What's up, y'all? Give me 1 second. Yes, do not adjust them TV sets. Do not adjust them screens. Just have everyone is back. And like I've been telling y'all on text, and those of you that really know what's going on, we are on the road to the anniversary, which is September 14th. And what that is, it is my 4 year anniversary of being whatever you want to consider this. It took at least a year for me to admit that this is a podcast. It took me 6 months to want to be able to be comfortable with me saying, you know what, fuck it, put my face on this. Let's tell my story. Let's go with Voice for the Voices, which it means a lot to me to say that because I know what it's like to sit there in the room and scream and nobody give a shit. So, having said that, thank everybody that's been rocking with me for the past couple months. Knew why I needed to take time off and know what's going on. Life sucks right now for me. Now, I'm not going to sit there and ask for a handout. I'm not, no, I don't need a handout. What I need is people to stop wasting my time. That's why, I'm very comfortable with taking a couple months off. Shit, I'm cool with setting this whole damn thing down and just being a dad and only, sharing things. If there's a show that comes up, someone wants me to help them with it, cool. I don't need to have my face seen. I'm not like most people out here. I am the worst ass backwards influencer you could ever see. So, now having said that, if you feel in your heart that you do not like me, that sucks for you. You know why it sucks for you? Because you don't fucking know me. If you just know me from YouTube, you damn for sure don't know me. You weren't here to watch 7 days a week, every fucking night. What's going on here? Giving a story, letting people know that you're not alone going through what you're going through. Because that's what people need. That's all they need. They need to know that they're not alone because I promise you, just finding out that somebody might share your story might develop a relationship. I only say that from my personal experience because everybody that I see on here, I developed a relationship on either helping them get through something or just helping them get heard because that's it. Everybody's so quick to jump on an artist that will not fucking name your name. Example, right here. Ryan Upchurch and Creek Squad. I have seen and gone. I've had words with people because apparently, as soon as you want to say anything, you're Adam Jr. When I'm fine with that, I will happily wear that cap because at least he has no problem saying what he fucking feels. Why? Unapologetically himself. So am I. So if that's what it means to be Adam Jr., I'm fine with that. You know what's a lot better than being Upchurch Jr. Sitting there saying, talking a whole lot of shit, blaming everybody but your fucking self. And it's sad just watching how this dude moves around and goes. Country Rap Circus, you're fucking hilarious. I will admit that. I don't know who runs that page, and I'm usually one of the first ones to sit there and crack on a fucking fake page, but I like the shit that you're saying. You're funny. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that because it's funny, watching everything that popped off the last couple months, and then to still have people, no matter like example when Dumb Fuck wanted to sit there, him and Hosier wanted to say, oh, from 9 years ago we had songs with Smoke. You wouldn't know. It's funny because 10 years ago those two were beefing each other and wanting to fight and just deflecting more. But like Adam said, 17.5, that's a whole fucking brick. So you're welcome. I like funny. I don't like assholes. That's why I've been having the issue with Cashville on. I don't like Cashville is it's a I've always had respect for Cashville, just I don't like some of the things he's doing. But since it is mental health, you know, we are mental health. I just saw popcorn. Me too. All I do is talk shit and, you know, let it be. My Bubba Chaotic Traits dropped a new one the other day, and I asked him if I could have it so I could play it on here. For those of you that do not know, Chaotic Traits is one of only 2 AI artists that I promote off this channel. A lot of what he writes is former poems that he's converted into songs. This song right here is dedicated to somebody that he's close with that passed away recently. This is 8 More Minutes.
Damn, it was so real.
And for anybody that would like to jump on the panel, it is an open panel. I'm trying to pin the link. It will not fucking do it for some reason. But they're on both the vertical live and on here. You just got to scroll up to the top, click the link. You can jump on here. You want to give a testimony, you want to give a story. You just want to come up on here and bullshit and all whatever. Please do. All are welcome. Just leave your bullshit at the door. What I just said about Ryan and Adam, that's all I want to say. I don't want to talk more about it. That's not my fucking, no. I'm good.
I could almost feel you sitting right beside me. We were sitting by the fire, just shooting the shit, laughing about something, man, I swear I felt it. And the morning sun came spilling across the floor, and I woke up knowing you ain't with me no more. I reached out blind, trying to pull you close, but I just hit the sheets, reaching for a ghost. Oh Lord, 8 more minutes, and then I'll lay it on its side for an infinity of time. Yeah, that's where you ride. Just 8 more minutes with you tonight. Now I'm punching the mattress, fighting the dawn, cursing the morning, cause I know that you're gone. Trying to close my eyes, trying to get back, but my mind's just a reeling off a broken track. It's a cruel damn joke to see you so clear, then open my eyes and you aren't even here. Oh, 8 more minutes, and then I'll lay it on its side for an infinity of time. Yeah, that's where you're at. Just 8 more minutes with you tonight. Drag you back from the dirt. I know how it works and I know it's gonna hurt, but a dream is the only place you still live. So what's 8 little minutes to give? Oh, 8 more minutes, and then I'll lay it on its side for an infinity of time. Yeah, that's where you're at. Just 8 more minutes with you tonight.
That's a beautiful song. Um, that song is in reference to, like I said, somebody that he is close with, a family member. Not his family member, but somebody who's close with the family member. And that dude, I am severely proud of. I've watched him avoid the bullshit, except for giving some statements on some songs, which I have. Looking through here, it's pretty much a chaotic playlist. No bullshit. um, but that man has changed my opinion on AI music. Um, but that song, it kind of ties into what our topic is tonight. Do you like what you see in the? What would your mirror say? Which, what I mean by that is, end of the day, no matter what we do in life, there is only one person we can never leave. Person in the mirror. So, what would your mirror say back to you if they could talk? And what I mean by, like, would they tell you that they're proud of you? Would they tell you to pick it up, like you got this? Or would they tell you that you're being a piece of shit? Because what a lot of people don't realize is they refuse to deal with the trauma that they had. And therefore, the old saying, hurt people hurt people. If you cannot love and deal with the person in that motherfucking mirror, how can you expect to learn, have anybody else deal with them? You don't even know who that motherfucking person is. Again, that's why I can shut this motherfucker down and be gone for months. You won't see me on podcasts. You might see me in the comments. You might see me watching for entertainment. I don't need my face seen to be relevant to nobody. I put my work in. The fact that a lot of these ass clowns out here that are acting a fool of themselves were in my group chat that I started. I'm not going to name names. Hickabilly. Oops. So that's why I can sit here and it's like, it's all a game, because a lot of these people, their opinion changes on popularity. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't give a fuck about you. What they care about is where they can get. Because not a lot, they'll sit there and say, oh yeah, it's for the team, it's for the team. Yeah, it's for the team when that's all winning. But here's what happens. If you build it for everybody else but you, what's going to happen when there's nobody left but you? That's that nobody really wants to deal with. It's a shitty ass idea. The reason why I can speak on that? Because this whole podcast that you see right here, it started out as a highlight for our paranormal team that I was a part of, no longer part of that team. And it just grew to, and then I was sitting there like, fuck, I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to make a face of myself. I don't want to be a face of this. I really won't want this. I literally had to go in that motherfucking mirror and talk to myself and hype myself up, along with Lindsay telling me, it's like, you know what, just do what you do best. Help people. I don't know how I help people. I don't know why people like to follow me. I don't know why people like to listen to me when I used to do my motivational speaks. I'm just speaking for myself. None of that was scripted. It all came from right here and right here, or personal experiences, because I don't want to see people in the same spot I was in. I don't want to see somebody that's 30. See, I don't want to see nobody that's 32 years old just find out what fucking credit is. I don't want to see somebody that's 30 years old trying to figure out who the fuck they are. I don't want to see somebody at 25 years old losing the career that they thought they had because of injury and having to rebuild themselves up. I don't want to see that, because I know how much that shit sucks. I know how much it sucks having to sit there and have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and people still wanting more when all you have is half a cup, if that. I don't want to see that. So if I see somebody that's out there struggling like that, what do I want to do? Smile, because you're still here. Smile, because they're still meant for more. Pick yourself up. You got this. Everything that I wish I would have got told when I was dealing at my darkest. That's why when I'm in my most depressive state, only person I sit there and talk to is who's in the mirror. Because I know at the end of the day, and this is not a shot at nobody, I know at the end of the day, that dude can't leave me. I hurt that dude. I hurt that person. It affects so many people that is not me. And I cannot allow that. That is why I no longer drink. That's why I no longer do pills. I wish for everything that was in me, I could go out and run, be healthy. I can't. My body's shutting down. You know why? Because for a long time, I refused to listen to that person in the mirror. I wanted to listen to everybody else around me. I wanted to make everybody else happy. And it took me a lot to learn that you spread yourself so far thin. What piece is left for you? So what would your mirror say? Would it be proud of you? Would it tell you, hey, yo, think about it? It's a really good metaphor to think about because a lot of people, especially in this day and age, where there are things filters that can hide all the ugly, they can hide. Now, I'm not trying to don't sit there and say, oh, Savvy's no. I'm just being honest. They hide the mess. So therefore, nobody really knows what they're doing, especially in the day and age where we have, what is it? It's I don't know. We used to have plenty of fish, saying like I'm old, but I remember when that first popped up. That's what we had. That shit's weird. It's cool. I met Lindsay on it, but I remember my whole life telling people, like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't want a fucking girlfriend. Like, what do you mean? I don't. I want a wife because I want to know if you're really going to be there for me at my worst. You'll be there. I don't give a fuck if you're going to be there for the best. Everybody loves the best. Everybody loves the rainbows. What happens when the rainbows are gone? If you only have $100 between the both of you, can you make it? Or is it going to cause a whole other issue that's going to make a whole other issue that doesn't need to be there? Because it's supposed to be a through death do us part, better or worse, right? If you can only ride with somebody, this goes for both relationships and friendships, no matter what it is. If you can only ride with somebody through good, why are you going to be there? I'm being dead ass honest. I'm not trying to be an ass. I'm being dead ass honest. If you only want to be there through the good, why be there and waste that person's time? Because I guarantee there's somebody that's just going through the same shit they are. It just needs that missing puzzle piece. And you're taking that time up because you just want to be there for the good. As soon as something bad happens, flips. Rainbows are questionable. Not fucking. Let's see what somebody said. See somebody that just realized everything they knew was a complete lie and needed to start over. Yeah, facts. I mean, shit, I'm famous for burning this bitch down. Which, for those of you that do not know, I just had to kick my mom out of my life a couple months ago because she's a danger to what's going on because she can't get it right. She doesn't know what's in that mirror. She knows what she wants. She knows what was in the past. She knows what she wants to fix. But she doesn't know her son. She doesn't know what the hell her son had to go through. Which is funny because from what she told me growing up, she should know. Hey, that leprechaun is an asshole. Heard his name's Ajah too. Sorry, I had to make fun. But that's what I'm just, the people might sit there and like, oh, because, and the reason why I say this, I had a conversation the other day with somebody about, why I am how I am. I don't work out. Even if I could, I wouldn't work out because it got really, really annoying when I was fighting and I was in shape. That only conversation I could hold with people was about looks. And even though, I was in shape, I was fighting, I was that dude, I was still that little nerdy kid that wanted to prove. I love my science stuff. I love my conspiracy theories. I don't want to sit there and talk to you about, if you can only say how you're talking about your looks or your body count or whatever the fuck it is, I don't care. Oh shit! Look at this.
Shit!
Is that chaotic? Oh shit!
Is it?
I don't know. That might be
quick, get him out of here.
What's up, Bobby? Hey, up? You had somebody, Miss Lisa Collins said that song was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It was a lot better hearing it on my headphones than hearing it through my phone.
Yeah, Normally I don't write. It was weird how I wrote that because I wrote the hook before I wrote anything else, which
Really?
is which is really weird for me. Um, but when I was up there, of course, you know some of it, but I had to go up north. My best friend since junior high school, his mom passed, and she's like my second mom.
It's
And
crazy because you were planning on going up there before, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I knew she was real bad. He was just down here to visit, and we knew she was real bad. And I had spoke with her on the phone um, just a couple days before that, and then he called me to well, 2 days later in the morning, I got a message that she had passed, and we packed stuff up and drove up. But yeah, I wrote that hook while I was up there, and then when I got home, I finished writing it. But yeah, thank you for whoever it was that you said.
Lisa Collins, it was on Facebook.
Okay, okay, yeah, thank you very much. That was listening to it. It still gets me. The allergies start acting up when I'm listening to it. But yeah, thank you.
No problem, Bubba. Appreciate you as always. How's everything going? It's been a minute since I actually got to talk to you.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's going good. Oh shit! I didn't even know my camera wasn't on. It's going good.
Well, and it's cool that you jumped up on here because me and you've had to talk about what's in the mirror, like what would our mirror say before privately, and a lot of people might not fully understand that, but it's a mental health thing. It's because, like, I'm sure you had that at one point in time. The only person I had was what the fuck was in that mirror.
Every day, every day. It's a battle, and that's the thing too. Is it's so easy to point fingers. It's easy to cast judgment. It's easy to say your opinions. It's easy to say fuck that guy or fuck this guy.
That
And
motherfucker's weird. He
hey,
acts weird. You don't look at
hundred
why
percent,
that person acts like that.
and 100% guilty of it. You know,
Exactly.
I'm guilty every day. I'm guilty of it. But that's when you got to really answer to yourself in that mirror. Is damn. I called that fucking guy a fucking faggot or whatever the hell today, and maybe how did he get that way? What happened to him
Or maybe they
in his
just needed
life?
somebody to
We don't
say,
know.
"Hey," or just maybe they needed somebody to say, "Hey, I see you."
Right,
But
right.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
and yeah, like I said, I'm guilty as hell of casting stones, pointing fingers, making judgments, voicing my opinions, and the only we have to answer to ourselves, and we have to answer to the man above, and that ourselves is that person in the mirror,
yep.
and all we can do is try to learn from those every day. Every minute of every day is a battle. Um, I know I struggle with it. But who am I to judge you when I'm not behind those doors?
Exactly.
You
That's
know,
why I
I'm
used
not.
to always laugh at everybody, especially given circumstances of what's going on now, as far as all the weird shit going on. I don't think half these dudes realize I'm the main person they talk to. Like, and it's funny to me because I'm like, you really don't feel that way, but yet you want to sit there and say that you do for what? For attention?
Right. That's the thing, man. Social media, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the fuck, social media period,
Hey,
internet period. The world, society is turning into a social media platform. You go
well,
out your
and
front
what
door, it's like you're walking into
it
the
is.
fucking twilight zone.
Well, and that's the thing. And speaking of the social media thing, but it's funny to me because everybody always says numbers, numbers, numbers. Here's what's the funny part why I don't give a fuck about the numbers. Like my homie Zach Spade right here. He might not have higher numbers than most of these people, but he's one of the realest motherfuckers out here. I could take $500 and buy whatever the fuck I want to as far as numbers.
Right.
So I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you take away that fucking camera, you take away that microphone, you take away everything. Guess what that person's left with? That person in the mirror. Can they deal with that person? A lot of people can't. You know how they don't? You know, usually how you could tell they can't? They go with whatever fucking wave is going.
Yep. Yep.
That's why it's always, you know this. I can speak on this shit now because I give a fuck anymore. The amount of people that are at least 6 months behind me as far as artists is hilarious. Because the example, right? Like sitting there looking at the center of the Summer Sins lineup. I'm like, damn, I've been putting that dude on for about a year. Why the fuck are y'all just not getting onto him? Even though I hate saying her fucking name right now, Little Milfy. I was sitting there, I was trying to get people to pay attention to her for over a year. But because her numbers were minuscule, nobody wanted to.
All right.
But as soon as she catches a little bit of weight, oh, let me jump on that bitch. Why? Because you can't build your own? She's not the only one, but that's just, you know.
Oh yeah, there's many people. I mean, and it's not just the music industry, but beings from the music community industry. Yeah, you know, and everybody is so fucking worried about character when character isn't what makes the fucking speakers move.
Oh.
Character doesn't move the soul when you're listening to them on the radio or in your truck, in your car, at work, at home. I guarantee you there's things that you start naming off names, Elvis, that, you know,
You mean the ultimate culture vulture?
the Beatles. I mean, Charlie Daniels, Hank Jr. I guarantee you, there's things that happen behind closed doors that may not have surfaced because guess what? We didn't have social media. We didn't have all the internet sleuths digging
Like
into every
you're
fucking
also
body past.
you're into the sports a little bit too. How many of these former, like Lawrence Taylor, that motherfucker? Ooh, you could not get away. No wonder why he won MVP. The motherfucker was coked out of his fucking mind.
Right.
You couldn't do that shit now. Like they said, that's what they said. That's why a lot of these former athletes never got in trouble for all this. Like Roman Polanski, I did not realize that was the dude they were implementing on with the Weinstein shit until I watched the Charlie Manson show they got on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
That dude. Whew. That like it's so many people got away with so much because they had power that people didn't say a fucking word.
Well, you know,
it's no longer like that with Diddy. Yeah. Like that's just not new.
We didn't have social media. We didn't have social media.
No,
nobody cared. Everyone was only thing people worried about was, am I entertained?
But the thing is, like, if they actually knew history, that's just been going on for the beginning.
Oh
like,
yeah,
there's paintings in Rome, ancient Greece, of like what they were doing. Like,
yeah,
they say, and it's like, and they still is a practice in the Middle East. The little call boys that they have, that shit still goes on. But
is it right? Is it right? Absolutely fucking not. But does it affect the quality of the entertainment that they're providing? If you didn't know, you probably is listening to the person or watching the person's movies or listening to the person's songs or watching them play sports or whatever they do because it's entertainment.
And that's why I always, no matter what anybody says, no matter if I never get past 1,000 followers, I don't care. This all I'm building, which you know, so does Sonny. This is for my kids. This ain't for me. It just happened to fall in my lap. I'm like, shit. All I'm doing is interviews showing people who they really are behind the music. Because, like you just said, a lot of people, they only hear the music. Then they sit there and say, oh, well, this, and that. Perfect example, Upchurch. I wish I would have dug into him a long time ago because I would have not followed that dude. Because he's not about what he says he's about. Now, and Elvis is another one. I might like a lot of his music, but that dude took a lot of the music from a different culture. Now, given it was the culture that he was around because he's from the Mississippi Delta, cool. But does it make it right? No. But it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. It's so stupid that, and everybody's like, "Oh, I had no idea. I had no idea." You can find out. To sit there and meet your favorite hero and realize, oh shit, this person's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Right. Let's see. Zach said it right here. He said the internet killed the start. Facts.
Yeah.
Because example right here. How many of us watched MTV Cribs growing up? I did. 90% of the motherfuckers, that was not their house. Let's see.
Right. Yeah,
hey, he said it right here. He said Puff didn't do anything different than the rest of the upper echelon motherfuckers. He just went against people with more money and power to highlight it and target it. They all do the same shit. And they made his ass a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Like when I had my homie Low on here, he used to work with Puff. He used to work with Pac. He knew all them dudes. Him and RIP Remix King DJ Boog. I remember that conversation they had. I don't know if you were around for that. But we were all having a conversation. He's like, man, that motherfucking soft ass Puffy, the party organizer. That's all he was. That is all Puffy ever was.
Yeah.
And he jumped in. He had just so happened to be the way to get these artists on there, like Mace, other ones. And
he was one of the gatekeepers.
And he put himself in the videos. Dude had no talent. I will say it openly. Like, dude had no talent.
Right.
No talent as far as music wise. Business wise, fuck yeah, smart. I'll be honest with you, if I had the potential to do the same shit and make sure I can make myself rich off of everybody fucking else and not sleep peacefully at night, I would do the same shit. Being hunted. Because what that man did is he built everything he had off of everybody else. Craig Mack. That Craig Mack dot. Find out what happened to Craig Mack and find out what happened to. They made Biggie's mom pay for his own motherfucking funeral.
Uh-huh.
You're old enough to remember all the videos they had after that.
Yep.
Like, but it's not just them. Like, I cannot wait till the shit happens with Jay-Z and Beyonce. People are going to sit there like, oh, there's no way. Because you're old enough to remember this. What up, Stone Dad? You're old enough to remember this. Do you remember that point in time when Aaliyah was the biggest star?
Ever? Yeah.
And then she died, and then she passed away in that plane crash that she shouldn't have been on anyway. And who was up next? Broke away from their group.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, I don't want nobody to sit there and shut my ass down. I'm just saying, you can just go look. Because before that, Beyonce was nothing more than a humble. They were, what was they? The new age version of TLC is what they quoted them as. Destiny Child was supposed to be.
Yep.
But used to work for Revolt. I've heard some shit. Tomcat also used to work for Bad Boy. Man. Whew. Here's another one. MGK. Ooh, and that's one thing. Like, that's why I can sit here and talk, because you can go look at all this. I'm not just talking shit. This is things. The MGK that came out and was doing this thing compared to what happened. Justin Bieber. A lot of these people said things that nobody wanted to hear, and they shut them down. It's just unfortunate for MGK's ass. He decided to go after Eminem, and just that's a whole other career suicide.
Right.
But Justin Bieber, I felt bad for that man. Like, his parents willingly signed over his rights to Diddy. If I remember this right, yeah, that was how it was, right? And Diddy did whatever he wanted to. Did he get successful? Yeah, but look what happened to that kid. That kid went from being straight up solid to being a drug addict. You think he did it on his own? No. And he's not the only one. Like, Judy Garland. What happened with I'm not just talking music, y'all. I'm talking like just overall. Like this, I said something about this a couple months ago. It's not just Diddy. It's not just R. Kelly. Those are just the scapegoats to make everybody think, oh yeah, those are the boogeymen. Fuck no. It's not just Harvey Weinstein. Anybody that's ever had power to hell, they had something over everybody else that's taking advantage of that fucking power. It's happened in example. Everybody always thinks about this might piss all people off, Catholic Church. That's not just people being assholes and saying, oh, well, this is no. There are reasons why people are saying this because it's unfortunately a problem in history that we have never corrected.
Yep.
We never will, because what they want you to do as far as with history, they want to act like it didn't happen. Oh, here, take this. Oh, it didn't happen.
And if it becomes a problem, then we just remove it and create new history. Change the topic, or change look at all the bullshit, the statues and all this shit that was taken down and removed, as part of history. We started teaching, changing history books, doing this, took this out of school, took that out of school, added this in, it's if we need to change something or don't like something, then we remove it, get rid of it, hide it like it never happened, and start pounding in the new. And generation by generation, it goes away. It's forgotten about and never known of.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a mixed dude. My family has roots in Kentucky, in Ireland, and down all in Georgia with my dad's side. I was severely against them erasing the Civil War monuments. And we had one that's right down the street from me up here in Ohio. I didn't like that.
Right.
Do I like what happened in the Civil War? No. But having said that, and knowing my history, I would rather see you take down Christopher Columbus's statues and all the propaganda about him because of what the fuck he did over what happened with the Civil War. Because unfortunately, a lot of these people, example like right here, me and Chaotic are brothers, and like he's from West Virginia. Before it was West Virginia, when it was just Virginia, he might have lived on a separate state of the side of the state. I might have lived on one. Just because our state, somebody that's up above us, doesn't want to give up their rights, I have to fight against my brother. Not because I want to, not because I approve slavery, but because I have to. Like that's another. Like I was watching. There's on Netflix, The Defining Hours of America.
Welcome to the United States military.
That. Dude, like walking through the Air Force Museum and walking through, I did not realize there was more than the Bataan Death March. That's the only one I ever remember hearing about in school. But walking through the Air Force Museum and seeing what's all up, that all ain't in the damn history books.
Right.
Why? Because it goes against the agenda. Like, example, right here. I'm going to say this and people might get pissed off at me. How the fuck can you tell me we had Operation Paperclip, but the operation to bring over the fellow Nazis and put them in Argentina didn't exist, but there's so much evidence. So much. Just like with the body they found in the bunker that died from suicide was a female. It's out there. That's actually out there. You can look it up, y'all. It wasn't Hitler.
Yep.
But it's so I'm not supposed to believe that. I'm supposed to believe what you tell me, but yet we had Operation Paperclip that happened, which it brought over the Nazi scientists that helped us, transform, build rockets, and then get to space, right? But we only brought the scientists.
Right.
Just like I'm finally happy seeing people start speaking up about that damn shot, dude. I didn't get mine because I already knew. Like I refuse. Like you must know the government's giving this shit away for free, for free.
Right. We can't give diabetes. We can't give no insulin away, but we can give you this.
We're gonna let that single mom of you know, that mom that has 3 young children that has cancer that just popped up, you know, you gotta sell your house and everything else that you own just to get just to go through chemo. But you can
Right.
have this shot for free. Get the
Right.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But you
Vaccines are
know,
free, but anything that you need to live, if you
yeah,
need,
no, no.
insulin or it's
Or
fucking
like when
stupid.
the gentleman that passed away, you know, or everybody that mysteriously has accidents that discovers our old ancient ways. And what I mean by that is that they discover the ways that our ancestors used to have, where energy is supposed to be free. Ether, and you know, that's why they created what they did as far as blocking up the ether. And I'm probably gonna lose a lot of people talking about this. Not Sunny, but not probably not you, chaotic, but there is a lot in history, like he said up here, like removing the statues. When ISIS was doing what they were doing, were they attacking civilians? No. They were going after pre-civilization monument statues that are not supposed to exist. Why is that? I'm not supporting them. I'm not I'm not supporting them. I'm just saying. Why in history have we always had that? The Romans did it. They erased the Cathars. It's not that's more than once in history. The Tartarian Empire. I don't give a
It's
fuck what
it's
anybody says. That
it's
really happened.
it's repetitive, and it pretty much boils down to government control of what what
Ooh, ooh.
direction they want society to move. If we take one thing away, make it disappear out of minds, it's control. And as long as they know that they're in control,
Mm-hmm.
what can't they do?
Facts.
And it's a way to just remain in control of everything.
Well, and the way that this country was supposed to be was originally founded, it was supposed to be ran by us, which it is. You know, don't get me wrong, it is. But how much? Like I just seen a fucking reel the other day earlier that the fuck they're including that the Lincoln assassination was involved with the Rothschilds. Which, if you really, 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 and they really look into it, as far as with that family and the other 12 families that run the world, which it really, this is not just me talking shit. Like I warned y'all when I was coming back. This is what we were going to do. This was not a music based podcast. It was a straight savvy podcast. We talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about.
Are you
You don't
saying
like it?
you
Hold
aren't
on.
going to dinner with them? Is that what you're saying? You ain't
Nah,
going over?
fuck that, dude. Like that's one thing I've always been very, very, very strongly against. That people say, "Oh, the Illuminati doesn't exist." Yes, the fuck it does. Skull and Bones is a real society, but unfortunately, when it comes to these, they all started. All right, I'm going to put it up. They all started from Knights Templar. Everybody branched off, and just like most religions, they branched off different sides. So you mean to tell me that I'm a pagan, mind you, I'm supposed to believe a book that was written thousands of years after history supposed to be started, told to me by a person that just burned down my whole fucking village, killed everything that was there because we believe a different way. And I'm
Right.
supposed to believe everything that person's telling me
Well,
because
no.
I'm different than you. Like, and this is
Right.
not a shot. This is why I've always had an issue with Christianity and Catholic or whatever it is that people want to say with that. I'm not trying to be that person. I am very firm with my Bible. I know a little bit, but I don't believe my God wants me to kill innocents just to do it. Now, a lot of people might sit there and say, "What do you mean by that?" Look into the history. History is written by the victors, not the victims. If it was written by the victims, it would be a lot different story. Example: why do we not know more about what happened when the marches happened with. They move. Like I'm in Ohio. We had, if you really look at the map, there's a lot of Native Americans that were all through this area. Everybody got moved west, but we only really, just like I said, the Baton Death March, we only really know about the Trail of Tears. I don't know there was more than that. But that's supposed to be okay because they're doing it for God. That's why I've never understood that, dude. And I'm not trying to be that person. It's not that I'm uneducated. It's just, you mean to tell me Jesus came down here, what happened to him, and God still let innocents die that way? Or worse? Same. Christianity is no religion, doesn't even know what's true or what's not. Look at how many kinds of Christianity there is. Also, the holidays are pagan and many other facts. They have bases off pagan religions. Like Jesus was not born in December. There is no such thing as, and it's again, y'all, this is a story. You can look at the facts of this. I don't want you to say, oh, Savvy sitting there being like, go ahead and clip the shot of this. Go ahead. Because you're going to look like a fool when they actually look into this facts of this. Christopher Columbus was not a good person. He strongly believed that he made it to Asia and killed anybody that disagreed with him, enslaved a whole lot of people just because he wanted the fucking gold. People came over to this country, moved those who they wanted out of this way. Like shit, West Virginia. West Virginia's rich shit. But most of y'all are just known for what? Coal. That's it.
Yep.
But yet, yeah. Is that when then just what there are our oceans? We only know less than 5%. But I'm supposed to believe because you tell me I'm supposed to believe that. No. That's why only religion in my life I've ever not really got no part of is the Muslims. Not trying to be that, not the, but the ones that are extreme believe because you're white, I'm supposed to kill you. You're infidel. No, I'm good on that. I don't believe any religion that you should cause harm on anybody should be allowed. Now, am I a Christian person? No, I technically identify as a Norse pagan. Do I sacrifice animals? No. Do I sit there and want to cut? Do I go to battle swinging my axes? Shit, no. But my beliefs. I believe we are here for a whole lot different person than this purpose than on this life than to serve those that have no idea what we are supposed to be doing. What I mean by that, you cannot sit there and tell me I cannot look into this site that has, like, there's a site in Kentucky. There's a couple pyramids in Kentucky. And then there's sites that, like Göbekli Tepe, they won't let them investigate. Why? Can't tell me why. Or like with our rainforest, you can't sit there and go through the plants. It's all going down to Dearborn. All the way down to Dearborn. What the hell? What's TJ talking about? All the way down to Dearborn.
I don't see him.
Mm.
Oh.
He's on the vertical one.
Oh, what's up, TJ?
Yeah, TJ's in the hospital.
Again?
So send me prayers if you still are, TJ, man.
Damn it, dude.
But I do want to give a shout out, and if anybody want to get pissed at me, like, oh, he fucks with Cashville. Salute to Johnny Cashville for taking the time out today to go sit with my brother TJ. I would if I could, but he's 3 states away from me. So thank you, Cashville, for doing that. That's a real motherfucker right there. I don't give a fuck. But, and now I do want to speak on this, and you know, what's going on in the country rap land right now? It kind of ties into a lot of this that I've been speaking on and rambling on about, because unfortunately, a lot of people really aren't bothered to look into the facts. They just want to rumble shit.
Give me just a few minutes. I'll be right back. I'll come back. I'll be back up. I gotta take a phone call for a minute, and then I'll be back.
You're good. You're good.
All right, Bubba.
But while he's doing that, I do kind of want to play music for a second. Because I started just rambling and talking shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to say a lot of shit for a minute. I just, yeah, Leif Erikson came to North America, which he came to Canada, Newfoundland, before Christopher Columbus did. Here, Bubba. Facts. You know what, Zach? If everybody did that instead of taking the time to investigate into somebody, they might get a lot more accomplished in life because they're more worried about other people than they are. That's what I was going to say on that, which he comes back, I'll bring it up again because me and him talk about that privately. The amount of people that claim to be country but don't live the country lifestyle. What I mean by that is the morals, the values. I don't give a fuck if you want to go out there in the woods. No. I know people that don't go out in the woods every day that are country as shit. It's about the values. Facts. Just see it, keep focused on what I'm doing and wish them all the best. Feel it, man. Genre is growing. Facts. But I don't believe because it's all held up by one individual. Ryan Upchurch. Country rap was a thing before Ryan Upchurch. It will be a thing after him. Let me see. I was jamming out to this song earlier. Like these dudes right here. If you don't know who these dudes are, you might want to get familiar. But they're country rap. I just don't see them get a lot of the love that they should. But they were on tour with Savannah Dexter. Sure, I spell it right. All right, this is my homie's Tennis Soul with Champagne. But that's why I've kind of been, I've been vocal on some of these lists I've seen pop up. And I was like, oh, you're not including these people. It's just, shame.
Live from the motherfucking realest in the city, realest in their city.
Yeah, I got you, TJ.
In your city. Let me take it back to the beginning. The lack was tinted. In the bag with the bag was in. Talking about money and rapping, bagging bitches. Now I'm in the bag, the buildings with bad bitches. Talking about how they love me when I have my children. But I got the wife at home, I'm happy with it. Go ahead and hit the door first, pass the liquor. Let me pour another shot of bitch, rag the riches. It's a champagne toast. Hey man, sometimes you gotta walk in the building, let your motherfucking nuts hit the floor. You know what time it is, man? It's a champagne toast. Soul of the motherfucking 423. I gotta explain shit anymore. Picture this. 10,000 in the crowd, don't change my name. Up on the stage, looking down at the front row to see my mama's face. Hey yo, picture this. A Rolex to go with my chains. Got $1 million in the bank, I don't know who's fake. Fuck it, pass me my plate. But first picture this. 2 a.m. on the couch with a pen out. Staring at the ceiling, feeling like I'm out of touch. I can feel my light dim out. But first picture this. In that apartment finna pin down. Cocaine on the countertop, jagged in my right hand with a fully loaded clip. Now let me reminisce. Close your eyes and take a seat. Imagine shadows on the street. Cause there were nights I couldn't sleep. Fighting battles, losing belief. Struggles and triumphs side by side. Won't let the devil take my shot. Every tear is let me hear you see the passion in my. Let me take it back to the beginning. The lack was tinted. In the bag with the bag was in. Talking about money and rapping, bagging bitches. Now I'm in the bag, the building with bad bitches. Talking about how they love me when I have my children. But I got the wife at home, I'm happy with her. Go ahead and hit the door first, pass the liquor. Let me take it back. Let me take it back to the beginning. In the bag with the bag was in. Talking about money and rapping, bagging bitches. Now I'm in the bag, the building with bad bitches. Talking about how they love me when I have my children. But I got the wife at home, I'm happy with her. Go ahead and hit the door first, pass the liquor. Let me pour another shot of bitch, you bag the riches.
What's up, Bubba?
What's going on?
Still in the hospital?
No, I'm home. I came home last night.
What are they gonna
Um,
do?
well, I'm waiting to hear from my cardiologist. I've got a blockage. They did a heart cath on me yesterday morning and found some blockage, but it's in a spot where they can't really put a stent. So they pretty much are trying to treat it with medication right now, and going to talk to my.
Weren't you on medication that already stopped prevent a blockage?
In theory, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Because I know, well, the
So I got to
medication they
talk to
wanted you
my
to take, it was supposed to
cardiologist.
be. Oh, man.
I got to talk to my cardiologist about possibly having a bypass surgery. So I'm just kind of on bed rest, and they sent me home on bed rest, and can't really do much of nothing.
How's Michelle and Kinley doing about it?
Oh, they're fine.
Well, where was you at when you had a heart attack? Because I just happened to see it on Facebook. I'm like, oh shit, I was at work. Was you at home?
Yeah, I'd been cutting the yard Friday on my ride mower and got out with the weed eater and was edging my sidewalk and got it all finished. And then that night I felt real uncomfortable and I felt weird, so I went to the ER and they did the blood work and found out through my blood work that I had a heart attack. So they transported me to Nashville. I had no car. I got at 2:00 in the morning is when I found out I was being transported. So I called Michelle and got her up. My phone was on like 1%. So she brought me this little cheap charger up there to make sure that my phone didn't die, and a change of clothes, a pair of shorts and a shirt and underwear. But I got up to the hospital and I hadn't shaved, nothing, man. And between my cousin and Johnny Cashville and Beverly Howard, they made some shit shake. Brought me a charger.
Happened to just, well, given during what was, what's going on, we ain't got to speak on it, but seeing Cashville on there next to you in that hospital, man, that made me happy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that really made my day because I was having a shitty day. I'm like, man, Cashville came out seeing Bubba TJ.
He's good people, man. And me and him went at it.
Y'all go back
on the panel at one time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he was a real one for that. I'm in his city. I was down and out for the count. Didn't have nobody there. My wife couldn't get up there with my kids, so he came by, brought me some food from a partner of his chicken shop, and man, that was a fire chicken sandwich he brought me too. He knew I'd be hungry. I wasn't able to eat all day, and brought me chicken sandwich and
hospital
stuff.
Food. Yeah, that hospital
food. So he looked out for me, man, and it's very much appreciated. He's got my respect for it. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. And ain't nobody got nothing. I'm not gonna let nobody say nothing bad about him to me.
And here's my thing when it comes to you, TJ. Look how many people you've helped, and you were down there in Nashville. Like, it's of all people, Cashville came to see you.
Yeah,
that says enough.
That's it.
That's why I want no part of anything that's going on. I'm like, my bad, because of real life situations going on. Like, your health, like my health.
Well, look, man, I kind of made a post about it, but I didn't really go into depth about it. But let me tell you something. When you're sitting in a hospital and you don't know if you're fixing to live or die, because let me tell you what the doctor said to me at 2:00 in the morning when he told me he was going to transport me. Right?
Oh, they told you too. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's when
they didn't wait at all.
Right. It was 2:00 in the morning. We're fixing to transport you. And I knew my car was there. I drove myself to the hospital. So if I go to Nashville, I don't have a car to get back home. I'm 2 hours away. I live 2 hours away from there. I didn't have no change of clothes. I hadn't had a shower. I was dirty from doing the yard. When you get put in that situation and you're alone and you don't really have anybody you can call, because my mom and dad are dead. You know what I'm saying? Most of my family members don't live around here.
Your son
I don't do
stationed
that.
across the country.
Yeah, and I don't really have people I can lean on. And when you get in that hospital and you don't, he says, you ask him, hey, well, can I check myself out and drive myself up there so I have my car? He says, no, we can't, because this is the phase of the heart attack where you think you're okay and you just people
Oh,
drop, they kill over dead.
so
Like
like a
it
shock
just
system
happens.
where you think you're good, and then
Yeah.
oh wow, wow.
This is the part where people ignore it and try to keep going and they just fall over dead. Right. So he's like, we can't let you go. He didn't know if I was gonna make it that night. So me not knowing if I'm gonna make it, if I'm gonna see my kids again, the last thing you're thinking about is the drama on this fucking internet, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think about none of that. You don't care what somebody else has to say about someone when, when they're the person that's going to show up for you. Because I can tell
Mm-hmm.
you, these people who have a problem with the fact that Johnny Cashville came to the hospital room,
Hold up,
ain't
whoa,
there
what?
one of them even
Seriously?
call my motherfucking phone, dog.
Whoa, that's fucked up.
Oh,
Whoa.
he's hanging out with Johnny Cashville in the hospital. Yeah, because that's what I wanted to do with my weekend.
I mean,
That,
you
like,
were in the
shut the fuck
hospital,
up.
really can't
The
do shit.
people are petty, bro. People are petty and they're really shitty for thinking that way. But I can tell you, most of those people that have those opinions didn't even so much as say, hey, prayers for you. They didn't reach out and call me and make sure I'm good. None of that. But they're always asking why I'm throwing shit their way and we're supposed to be friends. Ain't no friends out there, bro. Like,
Well,
I seen,
here's the
you know what I mean?
Moccasin Creek was on Triple T's the other day, and he said something that I'm sure you can relate to too, TJ. A
Who's
lot of
that?
y'all started.
I know who
I
Moccasin Creek is. Who'd you say he was on?
typical. He was on Triple T's.
Who?
I ain't getting in that.
Who did you say?
Triple T.
Oh, okay. No, I couldn't hear.
Um. Oh, my bad. And he like you. I'll put you in this too because you're. I'm not trying to call you old, but when you started this, y'all didn't have streams to go off of. Y'all didn't have numbers. It was just, can you go out here and sell these CDs on this corner? Hey yo, can you help me sell these tickets? Hey yo, can you help me pass out these flyers? A lot of y'all came from an age in this lane that y'all actually had to put the fucking work in. A lot of these newer artists coming up, this is not shaded nobody, just being real with it. That's why I have respect for y'all like I do. They won't know what the fuck y'all are trying to tell them because they have no idea about it. Oh, he muted himself. Yeah, nah,
No, at the end of the day, as far as all that bullshit's concerned, there's not one artist out here, not one, that needs the fucking internet to be
nope,
successful.
nope.
Not damn fucking artist out here. It for generations and generations, music has made its way into people's homes without the fucking internet. And if the internet was to go down today, music would still make it into people's homes. So all this, you need me on this podcast to promote your music. You need me to say your name to be successful. That's all fucking smoke and mirrors, dog. Like it's fucking stupid. It's
Well, TJ,
stupid and it's played the fuck out.
it is. Like look at the people that we've helped. I'm saying it like it is, or people you push in my direction. Say, hey, yo, can you help this dude out? Absolutely. And they get a little bit of a buzz, and then
And you know how I did that? Not with the fucking internet. I did it by
no, you did
phone,
not.
making phone calls, showing up at the fucking shows, being in person, making personal connections. So, like, is the internet a cool tool to use to promote? Absolutely. It makes things easier sometimes, but is it needed? Is it just we'll never make it in the world if we don't have it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't give a fuck about the internet.
Mm-mm. Oh, and that's it. It's been funny to me because at one point in time, I'm not trying to sit there and say we're fence riders or not, but me and you were cool with a lot of the people in the middle of all this shit. We had personal conversations with them on a lot of shit, and now it's that never happened. The fuck it did it. But that's why they move how we do. They do, and we move how we do because you have real life shit going on that it does not fucking matter of the internet, and I have real life shit going on the internet. This is a tool for me to help as a therapeutical tool that grew into people want to come on my podcast to where now it's just I come on here and I talk about what I want to because it's mine.
That's right.
I have people like TJ, Country Boy Kev, Jeremy Wayne Jones that taught me to always just be yourself. That's why, worst thing you can say about me is somebody made a clip of me on YouTube. That's it. But that's not even the full clip they made. It's a clip to make me look bad. How many people have clips that make them look bad? I know of at least 10 on the top of my head of most people I fuck with. But does it affect them? No. Does what happened to me affect me? No. That just proved to me that I don't need to show you who I really am. Because if you only see the bad in me, you don't see the toy drives I did. You don't see the people I've reached out to and say, hey, yo, pick yourself up. You can get sober. Like my homie AG Hawk, he just celebrated, I think, 3 years being sober. I don't give a fuck
Something
about
that
this
I've
internet
had to
shit.
learn. Something that I've had to learn recently is that people are going to say things on the internet about you, and they're going to have opinions of you and not even know you. And you can't let it get to you. You can't let it stop you from what you're doing. I would get mad. Like not long ago, I was getting mad at what people were saying in people's chats towards me, and knowing I'll probably never see them a day in my life to do anything about it. And it's just unwanted tension, it's unwanted stress, it's unwanted anger, it's unneeded anger toward. I can't be mad at someone I don't even know. I can't hold grudges.
Right.
I can't hate somebody that I can't hate somebody who's never done nothing to me.
Right.
Too many people make other people's problems their own, and I'm guilty of that as well.
Same. I can't lie. Like,
I think
and
one
me,
of you boys.
something I shared with you, bro. Like me and you went to bat and put our noses in situations we had no business. We really did not need to be around at all. But we did it because of the respect we have for people. Like when we say I rock with you, we don't just say that to make us look cool. We really mean that. Until you prove us till you prove to where I don't need to, which is one of the first things y'all all three of y'all taught me when I first started doing this. Because y'all told me, like, hey yo, I like how you're moving. You want to help people. You want to bring people together, but be careful. Because some people are going to tell you what they want you to hear. Some people are going to use you to get what they want. And not everybody's going to be there for the long haul. Be careful.
You
weren't wrong.
And don't get me wrong, I'm human. I learn new things every single day. Just because I'm an older person or been through more doesn't mean I know it. I don't know everything. I don't have it all figured out. I struggle every day just like the next man. It don't matter your age, color, size, sexual preference. I don't care who you are. You're going to struggle with learning about life until the day you take your last breath. I think, and people need to realize this is all a learning curve for everybody, and people are going to make mistakes. God, I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of soul searching in the hospital this weekend, man, and it's just different for me now. Coming home yesterday is different. I don't know.
I mean, when I can relate to it, but it was in my heart, it was my brain. When I went to when I first.
What happened?
I think he froze up. What's up, bro? TJ, how you doing, brother? Well, I mean, I got a dumb question, but
but I was losing. I found out that I had early stage Alzheimer's at 25 years old. I was losing my brain. And the only person I wanted there was my dad because I had nobody else. I really, even though we've always had issues, my father, that was my Superman. I just wanted him there for me. He brought my stepsister and stepbrother up there, and that shit crushed me. And it's been ever since then. I've just, I don't really care who's there. I just want to make sure if you're really there, you're there. If you're not, don't tell me you're going to be.
Yeah. You don't care about what's going um on the internet or
Mm-mm.
what someone's done in their past or who they talk to or who they don't talk to when you're laying in a hospital bed and sitting there looking at the walls by yourself.
Wondering if you're going to go
Looking,
home.
yeah, and it's just good to see somebody walk through that door, to see that somebody even cared enough to make that trip to walk through the door, And
And I'm
I was
pretty
very
sure knowing
thankful.
Cashel, he didn't call you to let you know he was coming, neither did he?
No,
Or did he?
he did because he had to find out what
Okay.
room number I was in and stuff.
But
But
still, like you didn't. That wasn't something that was pre-planned. Like, hey, yo, I'm gonna come make you like me. I'm just that's just how he
right,
is.
yeah.
Much love,
Thank
obsolete. Appreciate y'all.
thank you, obsolete. All that other shit going on the internet is trivial, man. When it comes to the big picture in life, it's not real life shit. It really ain't. It
No,
doesn't. If you let anything on the internet stop you from living your life, you're playing yourself. Nobody else is
facts,
playing you but you.
Facts.
facts. That is straight facts.
And I've learned that the hard way. I learned that the
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
way, and hopefully, it'll help somebody not have to learn it the hard way. You know,
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I thought about earlier when I started this. That's why I started this podcast. What it is because I wanted to find people that were probably in the same spot I was in, or wanted a way to like, oh, this is it for me. This is it. No, it's not. This your chapter ends. Your book ends whenever you choose to put that pen down or you stop. Nobody dictates your future. If you let somebody dictate your future, you're not living right.
yeah,
No,
I'm
there is only person that dictates your future is that person in the mirror, the person above, and whoever. And only thing you got to do is put your shoes on and go forward. Because yes, life sucks, but everything happens for a reason. It's just sometimes it's a really, really, really shitty reason.
like I haven't been watching any of the other podcasts and stuff because it's I got on
You
there
ain't miss much.
I got on one the other night and
Oh,
not
dude,
even
when you jumped
say
on Johnny's, they wanted to eat your ass alive. I'll be honest with you.
huh.
It was funny because when he jumped on Johnny's to figure out the root of the situation, which salute to you for that, because not a lot of people will do that. They just want to go on one side of shit, and then you jump on triple T's. It was funny to me
Well, yeah,
because a lot of people that are sitting there
I
giving you
showed them.
praise were sitting there
I
talking
went up
shit.
on everybody's panel at that point,
I
trying to
know,
get everybody's side of the story, so I can make my own. Because that's I've always been that way.
I know,
I'm not gonna think a certain way because somebody else thinks that way. I'm gonna make my own decisions, and I think for myself, type shit. I've always been that way. I'm not a follower, and I ain't got to be a leader, but I'm not a follower. I live life to survive like anybody else. Um, I'm not taking nobody's side. It's like I said about that certain situation. I really don't
yeah,
care. Yeah, I'm kind of interested
no,
in knowing the whole story, in case I have to make a decision on that one day. But at this point in time, the people that are being talked about, they're not at my house. They're not at my front door. They're not around my kids. They're not around me. And what I think of them doesn't pay my bills. It doesn't
and
put
it's not
money
our
in my
problem.
pocket. It's not my problem.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
not. It's no. Like I told everybody, like when Johnny hit me up wanting the paperwork a year ago when all this shit first popped up, I sent him what I had, which my team, I ain't gonna say who they are. Chaotic knew about this. We didn't bother to want to pay and investigate into this shit. So I sent him what I had. And then they said it was fake. Then they went off and tried to put it up, and it was fake, and blame me. And then all this shit still popped up a year later. And why is it that much of everybody else's problem when it's only one person's problem? Not everybody else's, but you know,
I was in
I don't
someone's
get it.
chat the other night while I was in the hospital, just sitting there by myself. I was kind of bored, so I was like, "Oh, this person's live. Let me go watch their thing," you know. And I'm just sitting in there, and I get to talking to the chat, you know, and I let them know what had happened and everything. That I'm in the hospital. I was just in there to watch the thing, not, you know, and say hi to everybody. And
Right,
all these people in the
like you
chat
always
were,
do.
all the people in the chat were telling me, you know, get well and prayers for me, and they were sending love and everything. And the person on the panel was reading the comments because they'd read every other comment that had nothing to do with praying for me, right? If it didn't
Right,
have anything to do with me, they'd read the comment out loud and respond to them. So I knew they were reading the comments, and dude didn't say not one fucking word towards me, like, you know, praying for you, hope you die, none of that shit. Didn't fucking address it at all. So I could tell he was feeling some kind of way, and that's cool. Feel how you need to feel, but don't question me when I decide I don't like you and act like, oh, well, we're supposed to be friends. No, bro, we're not friends, and you showed that.
shit. That's something me and Kai talked about months ago with
I don't
certain
I
people. I
don't
ain't gonna
act
mention
like that
names.
towards people I call my friends. You know what I mean? If one
I
of
ain't
somebody
gonna
I
say
call
no
my
names,
friends in
but
the hospital, I'm at least gonna send prayers to them, you know, or ask, hey, you need anything? Your family good? Something
something.
to acknowledge that, you know, I hate to hear what you're going through. Like this dude didn't do none of that, which showed me how selfish he was.
I mean, that's a lot of these people out here, man. It's
Facts.
unfortunate, but me and you talked about this shit when I first started doing this 3 years ago, TJ. Like that was one of the big things you told me to keep my head on about because unfortunately a lot of these people are selfish. And then watching it play out, I'm like, damn, but it's supposed to be unity. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only unity you're ever going to see is when people are on the same page, certain cliques are on the same page, that they have the same agendas. If you don't have the same agenda as someone, they don't want to be around you. They don't want to be associated with you because it does not benefit them to be around you. There's no way 100% unity will ever happen in the country rap lane. Ever.
No.
It won't ever
Ever.
Hell
happen.
no.
Nope.
Oh,
It will never
oh,
fucking happen.
it
It's
won't.
never
Now,
been that way and never will be. Not with anything, not just with music, with
no,
anything.
with anything. And now, can people learn to grow the fuck up and be professional and tolerate one another and work together for the betterment of whatever's going on? You would think, but that's yet to be
You
seen.
would
Also,
hope.
you would hope, but that's yet to be seen.
Right,
I,
right.
I think people are too immature for that type of conversation, though. So.
I honestly think that where society is, period, and not just, again, not just the music, it's society in general, is in such a instant gratification mode. Hold my hand out, and which one of them are you going to fill up? And if you don't, fuck you, because you didn't fill my hand up with something good, and move on to the next thing. If it doesn't happen, and it's sad, it's fucked up, but that's how I see it. I mean, and maybe I'm wrong, but that's my
Mm-mm.
opinion on what I see in society. Period. Not just music, but like I said, society in general. Most people walk around with their hands out and want instant gratification, and it's like the
Oh,
doom scrolling on
absolutely.
TikTok. You
You know,
know,
I
you
seen
can't
I
really.
seen a comment, and I can't remember, dude. When I tell you this weekend is a blur to me, these people had me on morphine, Dilaudid. When I had my heart cath, they had me on some type of fentanyl that they give
Oh
you or
shit.
whatever to make you drowsy, and you don't remember a lot of stuff. So a lot of the shit from the hospital is kind of a blur for me. Yesterday when I came home, just the pain medicine that they were giving me and the morphine and stuff coming out of my system had me feeling sick. So everything's a blur. But I remember reading something, and I could remember I didn't know if I agreed with it, but I knew I didn't disagree. Like I didn't see no lie in it, but they were saying something to the effect of what was it? Talking about the quote unquote news medias for country rap. Like these people get on these podcasts and act like they're reporting news to get paid for likes and views. They're not reporting news. They're repeating what's already been said by the artist. Like we've already seen the artist say that, right? You're just repeating what they said, and you're getting their clicks and views for it, and getting paid to repeat what the fuck they said.
And let's be 100 with it, TJ. A lot of these people will not be more than they've. When they talk to myself or you, they think that, oh, well, you're just like me. Actually, no, you're wrong, because me and you have been behind the curtain on shows. We've been behind the curtain on how this shit really goes. And a lot of these people have no idea who the person is that they're talking about, except for they make dope music. That's it.
Man, I stay behind the curtains. Fuck that. I
That
don't want to be
that
out
is
there in
so
front of.
asinine to me. So that'd be like me going on my Facebook every day, picking an artist, pick any artist. Like I'm not even gonna pick the artist. You pick an artist, and tell me their name.
Oh, let me see, because this actually fucking happened. Let me see. Here, Tennessee. You know who that is.
Okay, Tennessee. That'd be like me going on Tennessee's page. Tennessee has fans that follow them, right? And they're saying, we're gonna put out a new we're fixing to drop a new song in 3 days. And by the way, fuck the country rap drama. That'd be like me going watching their page and then posting every day on my page. Tennessee said they're dropping a song and fuck country rap drama. That's and me saying that's news. Like, bro, do you know how many people seen that shit on
It's
their
news
I've
to
page?
actually
some.
watched this shit happen. That's why I use them as an
You
example,
know
because
what?
I'm like,
How is that news? Like, tell
I,
me something I don't know. That's news, right?
well, and I'm sure you've got into it with people about just like I did, like when it comes to certain artists, because that's all they know. But they don't know that this person works a 9 to 5 plus has a full time taking care of their family or a sick loved one. They just know what the fuck they already said, and then
Well,
they
I
get
mean,
pissed off like,
usually
oh,
news,
that's not how it is. That's I know. No, that's
usually
just not right.
news. When you hear of news, the word um exclusive is synonymous with the word news, or you know something is exclusive, meaning you know something that the other fans don't because you've been up close and
Breaking.
personal and had
Yeah,
had a talk with this person and they told you something, you know, that nobody else knows,
Breaking
and you
news.
report it. Yeah, you don't go out here and just repeat this shit. It's like redundant as fuck, and it's starting to get comedic.
Starting.
It's actually
I'm about to say it's been
laughable.
going. Me, I've been laughing about this shit for about a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, TJ, you said starting to get comedic.
Yeah, you
Here's what
know.
started it: when they wanted to expose country rap rumors, and everybody
Oh
saw
my
what the
god.
fuck happened with that. That's when everybody else started doing that. Like it's
Yeah.
been funny as hell. It's just getting to where now, like you said, it's funny because it's
It was
obvious.
like, oh, country rap rumors got all this attention because nobody knew who
Yeah,
it was, and they got all these clicks
the
and
original
views.
page. Yeah,
And then once we find out who it was like, oh well, he did that. I can do it too, and let's just cause some controversy and get
because
all the
that's
clicks
when
and
Daisy
views we
Clips started
can.
popping up. That's when all these AI. No
And
offense,
then,
by
hey,
this
you know
chaotic.
what? That's cool, but call it what it is.
Nah,
That
You know
fuck
what
you,
I'm
Jay.
saying?
I'm taking offense to that.
It,
That's
it's cool.
bullshit.
It's cool if that's what you want to do. Call it what it is. Don't say you're doing it for the good of the fucking
oh
genre.
god,
Say you're doing it for the good of your fucking pockets and you want to pay your bills,
me
right?
and
Because that's
chaotic
all you're
literally had
doing.
this
You're trying to
conversation a
get the
year
clicks,
ago.
you're trying to get paid for it. You're not doing it to grow the genre. You're not doing it for the sake of music because How many generations have we been without fucking clicks and views, and people have mansions and everything else off of their fucking albums and shit
Bubba
without the
Sparks,
internet?
Smoke, like,
You know,
oh,
so come on, man. The internet's not necessary.
oh.
It really isn't.
I
It's
mean, it's
cool.
not
Like
necessary.
it can be entertaining at times,
Yeah,
but
that's it.
it's not fucking a necessity when it comes to someone making it as an artist. If an artist is humble enough, works hard enough, and fucking has their shit together, and they're talented enough, and and relate to people enough, they'd never have to go a day on the
I,
fucking internet and could
I mean,
still get signed and still get their music out there.
if the
Period.
internet was perfect, the Island Boys would have been successful, but they are successful just as fucking jokes.
Yeah.
Because them dudes popped off because people were sitting there trolling the shit out of them, but they started booking shows and they had their first show and they flopped because why? They really don't have it. That's it.
I would challenge anybody. I wish I could do it. I wish I was in the health to do it. Have two different promoters throw two different shows. One promoter without the internet, but straight grinding off the internet, right?
Doing street teams and all that.
Go to the street teams, pass out flyers, stop at the red lights like I used to do, and talk to your all your local people, and tell them
Destroy the
about
shit
what
out of
you're
local
having.
businesses. Yeah.
Hey, TJ.
Do all that, and
I'm
then
gonna.
have someone just straight fucking promote it on the internet. Don't go out in your community. Don't do anything, and see which one turns out better.
I'll take that challenge, TJ and Jay, both of you. Start promoting a show for Chaotic Trades. We'll just have a computer and some speakers on the stage, but I mean, it'd be cool.
I
You
mean,
know, I'm just saying, if you do that, I guarantee you, the person on the streets passing out flyers and talking to people in real time will have a better turnout than
Oh
what
yeah,
you, and
guarantee
with
it.
the same artist. Now, don't pick a different artist. Do the same artist, because you don't want to say, well, that artist was bigger than my artist. So do the same artist, right?
Guarantee it.
And do it in an equally, leveled market for that artist, where they have an equal amount of fans or whatever that want to go see them, and see who shows up the most.
It
You're
trickles.
always gonna get a bigger turnout when you're in person, shaking hands and talking to them face to face, making them feel important, than
Well,
you are just from a fucking Facebook post.
and it trickles into the internet characters that most people portray are fake anyway. Most people on the internet aren't being their true selves, and so yeah, oh yeah, man, I love this song, but they never listen to it again. Or I'll be there, never hear from them again. It's just the internet. It's the way of the internet, and it's sad that again it trickles into where society has grown to. But you go out, like you said, TJ, you go out and you start doing the manual foot labor, the meeting and greeting, shaking hands, doing the regular work that like it used to be.
Hey, I'll
Things
take
happen.
work ethic over laziness any day.
Exactly.
This is what it is. What it is.
somebody literally
And
just
mind
took the
you,
time out to make a page called Jay the Kid Beater and said some weird shit.
what'd they say? I see you removed a comment. What'd they say?
They said something along the lines that Jay called you a weirdo for supporting me because I went to jail for beating a kid when that's not why I went to jail. But again, like I said earlier, people
Well, so
just want to talk about what
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Jay.
they don't know who the fuck they're talking about.
That's what I'm saying about the internet, bro. That
But
shit
I'm my
don't
bad.
matter. They
What's up,
think
Sonny?
because I'm on your panel that I support you. They don't know nothing about me. They don't know if I support you.
Don't know shit
I may
about
just
me.
want to get up here. I may have just wanted to get on a public panel and speak some shit. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with you. Just because I'm up on somebody's panel don't mean I like them. Don't mean I dislike them. It doesn't hold no fucking bearing on what I feel as a person just because I'm up on somebody's panel talking about something that I wanted to say.
Well, that's why most
and to sit
people
there
they believe
and make assumptions about someone they don't know is weird to me.
very, very,
It's weird.
very, that's very weird. I did not know I was a kid beater. That's news to me. Where's your neck brace at, lady?
I'm allowed to take it off. It's my second week.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, it's healing good. I still find myself having to wear it, but I'm getting
At
stronger.
least I
Thank
see you moving
God.
around. You're moving around a lot better now, so that's a plus.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Sonny
Half
Brook.
hour mark. Hi, hello everybody. But if I'm walking around or doing shenanigans about the half hour mark, my legs start getting tingly and like numb, and I have to sit down. It
Yeah.
sucks. I think I have permanent nerve damage. My legs and my arms and my neck, my shoulders, my fingers, my knees, and yeah,
You sound like me,
all
girl. You
like
sound
within a
like you
day.
falling apart.
Oh my gosh, yeah. When the MRI came back, like the neuro team came into the room and they had their hands out, like, don't move. And I'm like, why? And yeah,
Yeah.
I had 3 discs pressing on my nerve stem, whatever the hell it's called, and I could have died.
I
Just
get
kidding.
my L5. I've got to go Thursday back to
What?
Nashville to that same hospital because I'm supposed to be having back surgery on my L5S1.
All right, thank you.
I
Are
have
they
no
going to allow
good.
that right now with how your heart is?
I don't know. I'm waiting to talk to my
Three C4s.
cardiologist, see what he wants to do about the blockage in my chest, in my heart, in my artery.
Because that kind
But
of,
I
if
heard
you have to
that.
be put under, your heart has to be beating a certain kind of, yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
so
yeah,
um,
you have no time for this internet bullshit. You have a lot more important things going on.
my
That's very,
cardiologist will call me tomorrow, and we'll talk about everything. And if he thinks that I'm good to go, and he thinks that the medicine they're giving me is gonna work for that blockage,
I,
then I trust him, and then we'll
I
talk
think
about
I
my
remember
back
you talking about
surgery.
something with your back when you came up here for Slap Fest. You were talking
Yeah,
about wanting to get it. Yeah.
yeah. I finally got to see a doctor, and the L5 disc, what was left of it, is completely protruding out, and it's pressing on
Oh
all the
my
nerves and
gosh.
stuff. So they have to cut that out, and they're gonna have to bone graft and fuse my L5F1 together and put hardware in it. So yeah, I'm walking with a cane right now, dog. You don't
Damn.
Back
understand the
pain?
struggle.
Having back pain every day changes who you are as a person. You just get like more angry. It
Yeah,
hurts so bad. Yeah, I feel you on that.
There is no relief. Can't sit down. Can't sit.
Mm.
Can't lay down. You have to have a certain, like, my bed has. We have a sleep.
that's the reason. So
My bed has to be at 100.
they were giving me morphine for my chest pains. That's what they give you when you've had a heart attack for pain and stuff. They give you morphine. They gave
Oh,
me
to
the
slow your heart rhythm
Dilaudid for
down.
my back. Yeah, they gave me the Dilaudid for my back pain from laying in the bed so much in the hospital. And
A lot
then,
is good.
yeah, yeah. I ain't even gonna lie about that, man. I was like, I didn't want it, and they hit me, and I was like, I feel. It's like when they get like that more that you feel this pressure in your head and in your chest when they give you the morphine or the Dilaudid, and I don't like that feeling. But after that
No,
motherfucker
morphine makes
subsides,
you
I'm
feel
like,
like
I don't
stuck.
care.
Like, I feel you too. Did they give you what medicine did they give you for your blockage? I'm just curious.
Um, they give me on what is it called? It's a blood thinner drip. Uh, God, I can't think of the heparin. The heparin drip. It's a blood thinner. Like my blood is so thin right now that the stickers that they put on me with the leads or whatever to monitor my heart, left bruises on my stomach and in my
Oh
on
my
my chest.
God. Don't fall
Damn.
down or cut yourself.
Yeah, they said
Don't
your
have an
blood is
accident.
so thin right now. Don't cut your fingernails too thin because you'll bleed
Yeah.
really profusely. I was like, damn, okay. So, but I may
Oh,
have to
bless
wind
you.
up going back to the hospital this week if that's what my cardiologist tells me I need to do. So I don't know yet. I'm not out of the woods yet.
I'm gonna do what? D Ward says best of wishes to you, TJ, and he said hi, Sunny and chaotic.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yo, 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 yo.
It was good to come back. I kind of,
Ooh,
Like I'm
I did
always
miss doing
appreciative
this.
of the prayers, man. Like I said, I don't know where I'm at right now as far as being in the woods with it because as far as I know, I could be sitting here talking to y'all and God forbid it happens, I could just fall over,
And not to,
y'all.
be that dude, but that's why I'm glad that you got to come up on here and talk because you understand what it's. You've had to do a lot of self reflecting
oh
on
my
a
God.
lot, like within the past year or so. Like
Yeah.
you turned your life
Well,
around, you turned your life to Christ. Like there was a lot going on that you needed. I want to say this in a bad way, but you needed help on that. You needed more than just yourself that you used to be.
yeah, for sure. So this is my third heart attack that I've had.
What?
Yeah,
My gosh.
I've got two stents. I have that blood cancer, the polycythemia vera, and
Oh my gosh.
that's
Sorry.
what it does. It produces too many red blood cells in my blood, and it thickens my blood like really bad. Like I go every month for blood treatment where they just take my blood and out and they throw it away. Like they take so much blood from me a month to try to get the red blood cells out, you know. And I guess they weren't getting enough blood because it got thick on me and blocked up on me. But that's what it does. It makes me at risk for blood clots and
Do
stroke,
mosquitoes flock to
stroke
you?
and
Do you get
heart
bit by
attack. Oh, mosquitoes love me.
Yeah,
They've
I bet.
always loved me though. From a kid, and I whelp up when they bite me. I hate mosquitoes. It's like the worst insect in the world for me. I'd rather have a
I have a,
thousand fire ants on my foot than I would one mosquito on my back.
I have thrombocytopenia, so my blood doesn't clot. My whole childhood, I always bruised, and nobody knew why. And when I got pregnant with my first daughter, I bled out during the freaking C-section. They had no idea that they took my blood and no one paid attention to the platelets. Like they literally
Oh wow.
just went along with the surgery anyway. And yeah, I had transfusions, and then go figure, my blood doesn't clot currently. Why does everything fall apart at 40 years old?
Shit,
Where
Like, I
everything's
feel
falling
like
apart of me at
what
25. What you
state
talking
what state are
about?
you
I
from? Where
feel
do
like
you
everything ever since I
Sunny?
turned 40.
I
Where are
don't
you
know. I
from?
haven't
Where
hit
do you
40
live?
yet, so I don't know. I don't know the answer to
I
that.
live in Florida right now.
Do you? What part do you like it?
I No, I hate it. I moved here from Maine. I
Oh
need the
wow.
snow. I need the season. I was in the middle of nowhere on a lake, and now everybody's doorbell records you when you go outside. Like it's frustrating and scary. I don't like people. I prefer like just being out in the middle of nowhere, honestly. How's
Oh, I do
Ohio?
too.
You guys have a lot of woods?
Mm,
Are you by the woods?
it's a little weird.
I'm in Tennessee. I'm by the woods. I'm in
Yeah, I
hills
love
and
Florida.
woods. It's kind of hot right
Right.
now, but
I mean, we have them. It's just it depends. And like my mom, she got sick from birds here. Like we got like bird. like you get diseases from birds and shit around here. It's weird.
What kind of bird?
Like, bad nerve issues. But TJ, you want to see something that might help brighten your day up a little bit? Hold up. Where's that?
Is this Heavy Dreamer?
So, mind you, while I'm showing y'all this, I sent it to a couple people. I sent it to the team. He's never seen me with this mic up to my mouth or nothing. He knows exactly what it is. He knows that's what Daddy talks into. So yeah, this made my day.
Hello. Yay. That's cute.
Yeah, like that's what I was sitting again. So I looked at his mom, like, look at this shit. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. That's why everything that I'm doing is so when he's 18 years old, he's not in the same spot I'm in. When my daughters are 18 years old, they're not in the same spot I'm in, wondering what can I do. Hopefully by then I have more of a pathway, which I already kind of do, but I want them to sit there and say, you know what, Dad, I want to do this. Hey, oh, Dad, I want to do that. Cool. Let's make it happen. This is who I know that can help you. Like my daughter wants to be a graphic designer. Dope.
Nice.
My son, obviously, he wants. I don't know what he's gonna be, but he's not even 2 years old yet, and he's already hit. You guys are in music, so you know that pitch that The Weeknd and Frankie Valli and all them can hit. It's a really high pitch that makes no sense that a dude can do that. He has that. That's why, yeah. So that's why, for some reason, in all this, that's why I'm really grateful for people like TJ. I'm grateful for people like Chaotic and Sonny. I'm glad that they have to come up on here, and then Ken and everybody else that's in my people. That's my people, because they know with situations like that is why y'all don't need to see me. I'd rather be doing that. Like, now that I know he wants to do that, I'm like, okay, well, maybe Daddy might need to pick up the mic and get into this again, because that's really what this was supposed. That's what that was supposed to be. But I don't want it to be about me. I have my time in the sun, if that's what you want to call it. I want to help those that just need a little bit of attention. And I learned very, very early, you can't just do unity. You have to find those that are worth it. Like Sam I Am, perfect dude. Tennis Soul just got off tour with Savannah Dexter. Like, there's people out here that are working, but if you choose to take the time away from those that are working and pay attention to all the bullshit, you're going to miss at least 85% of what really could help this genre. Mike Sons, Tennis Soul, shit, Crooked South as a whole. Could you imagine what's like? TJ knows who that is. Like, the fact that those people are not brought up in all this is because they choose not to be involved in the drama, and that's sad. But these are talented individuals that can hold their own.
Yeah, for sure. And
so that's why, it kind of hits what TJ was talking about earlier when it comes to that, because
shout out to Russ 10 and
man, that dude. I'm so proud of them dudes, man. And they're still humble as can be. They have not let their success or what they're doing get to their head. Like, Gray Matter's another one too.
I love watching them work, man. They got their head down. They don't partake in the bullshit. They just speak in their music. And that's what a lot of people should do.
Facts. But I got about like 10 minutes left on here, possibly to the most. I don't know. I wanted to get up on here and I want to talk a little bit, and it worked out better than I expected, because I got to have people that are going through some things, Got to have Chaotic on here for the first time in a while. Sunny's on her neck brace. After, last time she was on here, she was in the neck brace and could not move, as you see her not being able to sit still.
I know.
Hey, anything that, as long as I'm seeing my people, like TJ's home, even though he's got to go back, like, that's beautiful to me. Because I got to watch Johnny Cashville, somebody I've respected, and I've told him multiple times I respect that man because I know what he did. Just take the time out of his day and show up to TJ's hospital room when there's multiple people that could have came out that didn't. That says enough to me. I don't want no part of any of this bullshit. I'm going to rock with who I want to, and if you don't like me, kiss my ass.
That's it. because a lot of this internet shit is personas for a lot of people, man, and not a lot of us are the same person. Like I'm the same person in real life as I am on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put on another character, but a lot of these guys, man, they do a character because it benefits them, and it's not who they really are in real life. Like you might portray someone might portray themselves, and you might think they're a piece of shit because of the internet. In real life, they're good-hearted people, you know, and they'd help somebody give the shirt off their back to them. You know what I mean? And it's not about what you see on the internet. If you haven't met somebody face to face or had a chance to sit down and talk to them and get to know them as a person, then you really shouldn't have an opinion about them.
I'm
You
just
really
digital bandwidth on the internet. AI.
my opinions, most of my opinions, 98% of my opinions about someone comes from personal experience with them, personally working with them or talking to them or seeing something or a way they've handled situations. Like it doesn't come from what someone said about them on the internet or what they posted on the internet, because you never know. A person who could be a really good person, someone you want in your corner, could be having a really fucked up week, a fucked up day, a fucked up month, fucked up year, and just be in a really bad headspace mentally and post something that most people will be like, oh, I wouldn't fuck with that person. But in all actuality, if you knew them other than that time, you definitely would. You know, if
You
you
wouldn't
like
know it
the
from watching
people.
it on the internet how TJ gets hostile with people, but that man can sing like perfectly on Purple Rain. You would not know it unless you took time to actually meet that man and like to know him.
Purple rain.
Oh, dude, like he literally, I will say this every time I share this story, but he literally made everybody stop. I was talking to Smoke and we stopped and like, bruh.
I remember watching
Like, whoa, that just came out of TJ. But yet, if you just pay attention to what you see on the internet, you see somebody that has no problem telling you, like, all right, well, this how you feel. This how you feel. Meet me in person. We can settle it.
I've definitely surprised a few people singing in real life. You know, shit I don't really do on the internet. You know,
And it was supposed to be a joke, and it was not. Like Smo and his wife were dancing to this man singing "Purple Rain," and multiple people in the bar were like,
another thing people think that I'm not very good at or they don't see me doing is playing pool. I love to play pool.
Jay, you want to play
There's
TJ? Nope. I watched what he just did. I am good.
there's very few people that I've met on the internet that haven't changed. There are a few that are the same since day one, but very few of those people that have been the same since I talked to him the first time that I could talk to him today, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, and talk to the same person.
Facts.
Hey Jake,
It's
tell him you
go.
watch me call on the break, 8 ball in the side pocket, and where'd the 8 ball go on the break?
And was making eye contact with the individual while he did
it.
it. Bro, we shut that bar down. Like it was cool. Like that's something that I like about shows because that's the whole idea of, before the show, everybody show up, meet up, hang out, kick it. But that's not how it is, which is fine. But that was just cool. Because you really don't have that much in this. And then I guarantee if everybody at least took 5 minutes to get to know somebody, might change your mind. I don't know.
I guess that's what Mud Daddy was talking about. Shakers and movers. I guess Triple T.
Yeah, that's what Triple T's got going on right now. They're doing that top, whatever it is. I'll be there later on. I mean, I like that idea because it's for so long I've sat and watched, a popularity contest go on, and every time I spoke on it, it was, oh, you can't really say that. Matter of fact,
hey, I ain't hating on it. I ain't mad at him. You get it where the getting's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I say people don't need the internet, but like I said, it's a cool tool to have.
It's a cool tool.
And it is it can be helpful if it's utilized properly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, and in respects, I know you brought it up before, but there's a certain individual that I have caught the attention of Creek Squad on some things, and I gave him my opinion on it because I got called Adam Jr. and I told him straight up, I'm like, well, I don't remember Adam ever weaponizing his fan base to go after certain people that he doesn't know, but I know of of church that has. I watched it, witnessed it, but yet those so many people only know what they want to know. Like you said, that brings hits home. Like you were talking about earlier, TJ. If you only go on one side of this, which we know per so is chaotic, you might only see a certain bit. You don't see both sides, and trust me, you definitely fucking need to, because unfortunately, a lot of this shit is a popularity contest. I'm not going to name names. So I'm not going to say, but it's a lot of people like to shake hands in the dark, but want to sit there and stab you when they're sitting everybody else watching just to fit in. And a lot of people don't pay attention to it properly. You need to.
Well,
I mean, shit, this fucking Stacy shit was popping on for what? 8 months, and I called it out, and so did Chaotic, and nobody believed us until it actually happened.
What?
I talked to someone today that I hadn't talked to in quite some time, and
What are you talking about?
they're I'm really close to them. I've been really close to them over the years, and they're big artists, and people know who they are. So I'm not going to say their name. But they know who they are if they hear this conversation. But they told me, man, you know who you are. We know who you are. The people who've been in this business know who you are and what you're capable of. You ain't got shit to prove to these jokers out here, man. If they're trying you, it's because they ain't been in this business long enough to know what you've done and what you're capable of. He said, don't even give them oxygen. And he's right. I'm sitting there, I sit there and think back to all the shit I've gotten into on the internet and all the shit talking going back and forth. And at the end of the day, nobody's ever seen it. Like,
Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you know.
plenty of people have been in my face and smiled in my face and waited until they were in the comfort of their own home behind the computer screen to talk. And that's cool. If that's what you're about and that's what you want to do, then do you. I'm not responding to it no more.
Well, and now I'm glad you just said that, because I want to let you know, since you just got home today, I'm guessing you haven't had time to see it, but I guess Stack and Bravo were doing a show up here in Ohio, and
I seen it, and that stupid motherfucker that shared that flyer saying what he said.
Okay.
I told him he was a bitch, and he blocked me to talk shit, like they all do. Like
Okay.
they all do.
I just wanted to let you know before
There's
you,
always
because I see that shit earlier. I'm like, oh fuck, TJ's gonna see this shit. He's got a hospital heart attack. Don't need to send him back. Damn it.
I'm not even gonna say that dude is so fucking irrelevant. He wants to be relevant so
Yeah.
bad in this
A lot of
business.
them do, dude.
He's nothing but a fucking fanboy himself. So I can recall he's in there talking about people with morals. Like, dude, you were just in my inbox a couple of months ago telling me how your best friend was a piece of shit and I shouldn't fuck with him. And now you're fucking sucking him off behind the camera. Like, what the fuck? Like, you have no morals, dog. Like, shut the fuck up.
No, because nah. That's why I'm like, really, because it all hits to what the hell we've been. I'm glad that you said it, TJ. I'm glad Chaotic said it. Sonny, you probably really don't know because you stay out of it.
Oh, I had a heart attack. I didn't have a tongue attack. I still don't bite my tongue.
Well, nah,
I'm
with
still gonna say what I mean.
with the people that sit there and they do this shit, and we like they don't fully understand what the fuck they're getting into. They're just running with it. That's one of them. That's one of them. I just seen like most people I fuck with in it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Hey,
No.
I base every one of my opinions and everything that I do on what Jay tells me to on his show.
Dude,
That's just how I live.
Man,
Me too.
I
We're like an
forgot I have
army.
that kind of pull on people
Hey,
still.
you know what? No disrespect intended, but I've got to say this, Sunnybrook, you were very pretty. You're beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
I
had
had
to say
a
that.
nervous breakdown and I cut my hair off and I have bangs now.
It's
I'm just
cute.
happy to see you moving around and actually smiling a little bit. That's a lot of improvement from the last
Yeah.
when we were on here 2
Oh
months
my
ago.
god. I've been through. I can't even.
Are you in a swing or are you in a swivel chair?
So sure.
I have ADHD. I'm in a spitty chair. I'm always doing
I
all.
see it. I see it now. All I seen was the net behind you. So I was like, you seeing a
I
swing?
usually have something in my
Like, what
hand
kind
and
of
I'm
kinky shit you
fine,
got going on over there? You got a swing in your living room. Like, what the hell?
right?
Yeah, I like to have a swing in my living room. Dope.
Right now I want
Big, but I'm
one.
little, man. Be fucking bonsai all the time. But not
No.
that's for those of you that might wonder, like, oh well, why aren't y'all removing music? Those of you that do not know, this podcast started as a mental health podcast where I did this for 3 hours a night, 7 nights a week, where we would just talk about life. The 14th of September,
Mm-hmm.
I had my 4 year anniversary coming up. So guess what? Every Monday up until then is going to be the same thing. I'll include some music, but I want to go back to what it used to be. And then me and Sunny are working on doing our paranormal hotline. Which TJ, if you're up
Yeah.
for it, you're also a paranormal investigator. I would love to have you on that too. That way you can talk with people. But that's
I
what
love,
we're growing this
I
into.
love shit like that. What's up?
Same. If
Yes.
I can figure out
And
how
I
to pull
want
my
to.
YouTube videos, I pull one of my YouTube paranormal episodes from my team on here and start and watch a couple of them. But I don't know how to do that.
You
Sonny
have.
Brook, you like paranormal stuff?
Oh yeah. Uh
Yeah,
huh.
She said, "Oh
It's
yeah."
my life. I'm on every day.
yeah,
Oh
that's what
Yeah.
yeah.
we're gonna be working
I
on
would love
doing
to
that one.
join that segment. I want to do some games with the audience and have cash prizes actually, like scavenger hunt, trivia, and just like stupid little challenges. And you know, have an incentive, have something fun going on, safe place to go and just hang out. And we all, have each other's backs. There's no shenanigans of drama
Man, if
here.
you start a
And I want
community
to like
like
do
that,
something
I
fun for
got
you
you.
guys. Yeah.
That's what we're working on it. Or
You start a community
that's what I've
like
been
that,
working on.
I'm in, dog, because we
Yeah,
can do different places for like the viewers and the fans that want to travel and do stuff like that. Like I've got a place
Yeah.
out here that I've talked about before, Mount Zion, that people would love to go out
yeah,
to.
you're out there. I forgot about that. Yeah,
And
Exactly. Build a
you know,
community with the real
yeah,
and
we could have
move
like
forward.
different
Jason's
types of
right here.
events,
So am I.
like you're saying, scavenger hunts and stuff. Like if you travel to this area, let us know and we'll set up a scavenger hunt at Mount Zion
Yeah.
or the graveyard by your place, something like that. That'd be so
Right?
cool.
Like I
yeah.
could like
That's
paint rocks and leave it on like a grave and like you have to go find it.
Yeah, Lord.
Something weird.
yeah. That's really what I've been working on when nobody's really seen me much. So that's yeah. So salute to Sunny Brook for wanting to be a part of it because I really wanted to do that. I talked to Sunny about that shit when I first met her
For
about 4 years
years we've been
ago.
talking about it.
It's just me.
It's
I
like
love the music. I love it. Like I can't hide it. But it's just person that I am. I cannot be the person I need to be for the music because I can't be fake. I can't.
exactly.
And
It's a different
I
lifestyle.
refuse to bite my tongue when there's certain people that don't get put on like they're supposed to, but you want to put on the shit
So
back.
Jay, I just want to say something. I want to
Yes,
respond to
sir.
something that I kind of ignored through the whole time I've been on your panel. Um, as far as me supporting someone that does this, that, or the other, I want to address your past, okay, and what people are saying, like you're supporting a child abuser and all this. First off, I didn't know you in your past. I wasn't there to see what happened. I know what you've told me. I know what people say. That's neither here. Neither one of those um make me decide on whether or not I want to come on your channel. What I see is the person that I've talked to in person. Um, I've hung out with you in person, and I see you with your son. I see you with your child, and I see you taking care of your baby. And if the court of law says that you're good enough to be around your child, That's good enough for me, dog. Like, I don't give a fuck what all these people say on the internet. Um, if you were somebody who didn't need to be around kids, or I didn't need to support because of the way you treated kids, and then the law would say that you couldn't be around your own child because you would be a danger to that child. And they're not doing that. So who the fuck am I to say you are? And people can
That's why I just let it go.
take that for what it is, man. Again, it's if you don't follow their narrative, if they don't come to you, if they come to you and they say, you don't want to fuck with this person because he did this, that, and the other to somebody back in 1922, and you shouldn't fuck with him, and you say, well, I don't know about that, and he seems like a cool dude. If you don't run with what they say, then you're a bad person. And that shit gets so fucking old to
Here.
me. Fuck that
No,
dumb
Yeah.
shit.
nah,
Man,
what it,
they would really hate me because back in my younger days, I tried to burn down Noah's Ark, but I didn't. I had to leave real quick. I'm that
Yeah.
old.
I'm just
But
saying,
saying
man,
stuff
fuck
like
what
that,
all these
nah,
like
people
there's
that's
a
say,
low
dude.
blow.
nah. I appreciate that,
But
TJ.
I
Like I
agree,
really do.
TJ. I agree 100%, TJ.
Because and
It's
to
stupid.
carry on what you're saying, like if I was really that bad when the district governor wanted to looked into me to do events for children that are at risk. Which Sonny, you know about this. Chaotic, I
Yeah,
think you do
you
too. That's
know,
really what I do. Like I wouldn't have been able to do it. What the situation? I walked in on something happened to my daughter, and 10 years ago, like the judge told me 10 years ago, they wouldn't have. They would have just said, you know what, you were protecting your daughter. But unfortunately, with how the law works, and they find out who I was really, I I hate this situation because I was told, and there was a whole. I didn't go to jail for that. I went to jail for. I was out on bond on an OR bond, which if anybody's ever been to jail, you know an OR bond. Well, I'm out on bond. If you get caught again, you're a flight risk. So I was out on bond fighting that case because I was about to win it, and I got into a situation with somebody that was not related. They put their hands on me. I defended myself, and miraculously, that person happened to be an undercover cop. Tried to plant a
Oh,
gun on me. Said I
well.
held him down at gunpoint, when in reality, he got his head knocked off because he wanted to try to touch. He wanted to hurt a black guy. They thought was being in an aggressive situation. I had no idea what the fuck he was doing. I had to fight that shit while I was in jail. Did 6 months because they cannot say the tape mysteriously cut off at a gas station. Only thing that they knew was his word, and my witness statements disappeared. Only witness statements they had was from a cop that showed up after the event because he was a cop. I had to take the fall. So therefore, I'm out on bond fighting the previous case. I had to deal with both them cases at the same fucking time while I'm in jail.
Oh my goodness.
So they thought they had me on, assaulting a police officer. So I let people know, if you happen to look into people's mind cases, because that's what people were doing at that time. If you look into somebody's mind case, it shows everything. They won or not. And that's why I was letting people know. If you look at my mind case, you'll see this, but I didn't get charged with this because of this. I didn't do it. I had to fight that shit for 7 years.
yeah.
I
So
won.
there's a lot of that in this world, man. People act like the justice system is
Sorry. I'm glad you brought
unflawed.
that up, TJ. I didn't mean to get hostile. I'm glad somebody actually, because out of everybody only person that's actually interviewed me to talk about it was Grism. You're the only other person besides that's talked with me on this internet about it. Everybody else I talk to, like Chaotic, Chop, Easy, Triple T, everybody that knows about this shit won't speak on it. Only one that actually stood up for me, fucking Chaotic did.
Yeah.
So fuck everybody else that says they fuck with me, that ran with that shit, that knows the fucking truth. You are all scumbags that know you are just doing it for clicks and views. I helped you build your fucking platforms. Remember that shit before you have to get found the fuck out, because I keep receipts, bitches.
So
But I don't need to be that way no more.
people act like the justice system's not flawed in any way.
It's severely fucking flawed.
And people act like because someone writes a statement in the beginning eras of filing charges, that statement is the Bible on what really fucking happened, when all it is one side of the story. That's why people have court and their due process in court. And even then, sometimes the outcome isn't what it should be. There's people who are innocent that get convicted. There's people who are guilty who don't get convicted. You know, there's something for everybody out there. So, for these fucking internet couch lawyers out there who think they know the fucking business, I think they all should sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up about
Agree.
somebody and
Agree.
worry about what's
Ooh,
going on in their own
yeah.
home.
Well, and
Sounds
that's
like what we talked about at the beginning of the show, Jay.
yeah, it does. It really does. That's why I'm glad that who I had on this podcast, this is my A1 people. Like I never once asked anybody to support me. If you did, cool. If you like what I was saying, cool. But I never asked or begged anybody to support me. It just happened. Like I am the same way I have been from the beginning. It's just this is not as much therapeutic and fun for me as it used to be. That's why I don't do it every night. I don't like to do it more than once a week because what is therapeutic and happy for me is sitting there playing with watching my son pick up my fucking. I'm gonna go back to watching my son pick up my fucking microphone that he never watched me do that to, and try to sing in that bitch. Play like him figure out how to turn his Xbox controller on. Playing, spending time with my daughter, her showing me her drawings. That's what life is for me. This
That's
internet
it.
shit is not life. I just happen to have people that I really rock with that I are not in my area that I can talk to like I want to.
Well, yeah, and that's what I take it for, man. Like me coming up on this panel, I enjoy talking to Sunnybrook or talking to you or Chaotic or whoever comes up on the
Shit,
panel.
you get Country Boy
I'm
Kev in this
fucking,
bitch, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bored, dog. If I'm on the internet, it's because I'm bored and I ain't got shit to do at the moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and anytime you're bored, conversation is great to have, regardless of what. Sometimes the topics get really good and uh very constructive.
And
Sometimes
what's
you ain't
really
really
cool
talking about shit. It doesn't matter, but it's just that conversation. And if a motherfucker gets butt hurt over somebody having a conversation, then that's a them problem. That's not a me
and
problem.
there was no drama, there was no shade, there was no bullshit. We talked about your life, my life, Sonny's life, Chaotic's life. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the main focus because unfortunately, what a lot of people don't know that rock with I know more TJ, me, and Chaotic more than we used to, Johnny, because we were part of a certain community. We found out really who our friends were a lot lately, and it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. I love my Savvy family because we're not just a family; we're an army. We will sit there and go to bat for each other without even having to hesitate because you, like TJ said multiple times, you don't know who you're talking on unless you do. And trust me,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the place to air out dirty fucking laundry.
Why this works so well is each and every one of us, we're raw, down to earth, and we're authentic. We're not scared to, go deep, look in the mirror, and communicate. We're human, and we get it.
I know I'm not
Either you
perfect.
get it
I
or
know
you
I'm
don't.
flawed. Like that's the
Man,
most.
I know people that their their kids have turned against them because I know dudes who have kids that can't stand, don't even know their fathers, and call them every piece of shit in the book because that's what their mothers told them. But everybody in the community fucking knows them and knows they're good people, knows that he loves his kids, knows that he's never turned his back on his kids, and just because she thinks because she's his daughter or she's his ex-wife, she knows him better than anybody, and that's not the case.
I was one of those
People get on
kids.
there. You know what I mean? Like, so just because someone says they know somebody and that they're this person or that doesn't mean that's true. That's just that person's opinion of that
Perspective.
person, their perspective of that person, not everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
unless
Right.
you've experienced something in real life with that person, you really can't speak on them as a person.
That, that's it.
Next.
which is why
Everybody
even
lives. Sorry.
no,
Everybody has a
go
different
ahead, Sonny.
reality. Everybody lives in a different reality, and it's how you perceive your surroundings. And everybody is wired differently, and there's not one person the same, and there's infinite realities. So, whatever is storming around in your head doesn't mean that it's the whole world or it should be the way it is. Like, that should be, I don't know how to explain it. Um, Everybody needs to learn empathy. I think the biggest thing we can learn right now as a human race, if you could take anything away, is human connection. Because we're being pulled away from having human connection.
Man, I'm just gonna
And
say,
Sure.
your boy over here, man. I'm not mad at you, Ken. Like you feel how you want to feel,
Oh,
brother. But it's not. You know, from what I know of you, you speak of being a Christian, man. It's not very Christian to hold grudges and to be hateful. Like, come on, man. It ain't even that
it was
serious.
a
Like
great conversation tonight.
it was. But he said, "Well, I just got back home, and he's still there talking about me." So
Mm.
congratulations on 4 years of serving others, whatever that's supposed to mean. But
if
Talking about
people
I
me.
are
mean,
talking about you, take it as a compliment because you're doing something to
He says
like
he refused to have any interactions at all with you.
that's
I
fine.
mean,
I'm
that's
not even sweating that. Like that's small stuff to a giant, man.
I'm just glad that you're home, man. Like that shit was scary, but I'm glad Cash was
yeah.
able to come out and see you. I didn't like seeing you in the hospital.
At the end of the day, dude's mad because I told him how it was, and he didn't like it. I didn't agree with him on some things. I didn't hate him as a person. I didn't think he was a bad person. I just spoke my opinion to him on how I thought things could be better, and he didn't agree with it. So now he hates me, and that's fine. I wish
And
nothing but the
funny, and
best
the
for
weird bad part about that, April's not even a part of country rap. Whatever it is
him.
now,
Yeah,
she's not even part
you
of it.
know, and it's
It's a
not,
country rap issue.
Or the country rap heat. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah,
yeah.
no, she's not a part of it no more.
And that's neither here nor there. That's water under the bridge for me. I don't wish dude any bad. I wish her nothing but the best. I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm not coming up on your panel, Jay, because somebody I don't like's up there. I'm still gonna show you support. There
Appreciate it.
again,
I
you
guess
know,
I didn't expect you to jump. I thought you was still in the hospital. That's why I didn't want to bother to send you the link or nothing because I was like, shit. I think he's still in the hospital. I'm trying to get you to calm down and relax. But I was happy he was able to come up on you.
yeah.
I would have. I need to.
You
I want to
notice
Yeah.
how
send it
much
to Kev
calmer I
too,
am
but
talking.
then we can talk about the show. Cause Kev's got a show. He's got the first backwoods throwdown, the 22nd, and then they got the next one with fucking. I might have to take a trip out there. They got Smo. I think that's one's got Poe, Little White, and Smo on there. I think Little White. I don't know. I have to look at them, but salute to
Where at?
Kev. He got that Texas Arcana. He remember that venue he was talking to me and you about at the Slap Fest we was at. He was wanting
Yeah,
to open up his own venue. He actually did it. First
cool.
event sold the
Nice.
fuck out, dude. That's why I
Nice.
told him, like, man, you making me want to move out that way. He's like, come on. I'm like, shit, I don't need to be told that right now.
Hmm.
Well, and it's just because, like TJ said, this social media thing, it's just unfortunate for me. And not it's fortunate but fortunate. It's fortunate but unfortunate. Everybody that I have respect for and I like and I have no problem working with are not in my area. They're either in Tennessee,
So let me
Kentucky,
ask you
or
something.
in Texas or
Let me
Indiana.
ask you a question, Jay. I want to know your
Yes, sir.
perspective on something.
Yes, sir.
If let's take since Sonny Brooks on here, I'm going to use you as an example, Sonny.
Go for
If
it.
Sonny Brook looks like someone that did something in your life that traumatized you, or looks like someone you blame for a horrible thing happening in your life, would you hold that against Sunny Brook or treat her like she's that person.
No, because it's not the same person.
Is that happening?
Well, that's why Ken Mason is mad at me, because he was really rough on April. And when we got him on the video chat to discuss it and try to get them to squash their differences and explain to him why she feels the way she did, her getting out of a relationship, a controlling relationship, and she felt like he was trying to be controlling of her and they weren't even in a relationship. He came out and said, let me just say, she looks like the girl who killed my child. And that's why I don't like her. And that was bullshit. And we called him out on it. And that's why he doesn't like it.
What the hell? That's scary.
Just saying. I mean, if we're going to talk about why someone refuses to have any contact with me and all that, and he wants to put it out there, I'm just going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to beat around the bush.
I can't. If it's like I had a similar situation that somebody that happened to start working at my work looks like my ex that fucking destroyed me and put me through hell. Like I cannot, even though I look at her and like a split second, I'm like, damn, you look just like her. I can't treat her any different because of she's not the same person. So no, I can't do that. I've had too many people try to judge me just because they see a back in when I was in shape and I'm still a big dude. They see big.
And I'm not speaking on your story. I'm speaking on my story, on what I experienced with you and what was said to me by you. I don't know your story. All I know is that you don't like someone because they look like somebody. That's what you told me. I'm not the one holding a grudge, man. I'm not the one that's saying I don't mess with. This is the
first time tonight that we've actually delved into something that's somewhat drama. Other than that, it's been not. Yeah, you've been just like you usually are on here, a voice of reason.
And that's what I'm trying to be. That's what I've always tried to be. Unfortunately, he didn't see it.
Hey, I do gotta hop off of here.
So. You're good. I do too here in a minute. I'll just let
Chaotic. It was good talking to you, Chaotic.
Oh yeah, always. In a minute. Always.
I might do something Thursday night. I don't know because I'm off Thursday, so we'll see if Little Man allows me because he's asleep with his mom right now. So the only reason I'm still going.
Sonny's got
the door.
Yeah, hit me up.
What?
I got you, Bubba. Much love.
All right.
Much love, y'all. I've seen you with your glasses on.
I'm blind
for those of you that are veterans, I don't know if Colt's as much of a part of it as he used to be, but I know usually in the mornings, Chaotic and a couple other veterans, they have a podcast that they do together called The Fob. Definitely tap into that. It's good conversations. It's about very therapeutic. That's around the time I'm just now getting to go to bed usually, like 2 hours before that, because I'm kid duty. But that's definitely a good one. TJ, I don't know if you ever got a chance to be up with them or not, but it's definitely a good one to catch. They're really good about conversations and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You have caught it before?
Yeah, I have. I've been there whenever they did it.
Okay. I just love when Colt does a live podcast, man. It's the Fob it's a forward operating basis for veterans, more or less.
Yeah, I was there for Thanksgiving last year of 2025, and when they did the episode, I was at his house. Remember?
Oh yeah.
For Thanksgiving, and we got up and did that podcast, and I've been there a couple of times when he did it.
I love that idea because
I do want to say, Ken, I hope
Ken's up here. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this situated. Waiting on this camera to load up. All right, Ken.
I was just gonna say real quick, Ken, I hope you work out whatever animosity you have in your heart, man, because I don't have any animosity towards you.
Well, I have a real big problem, first and foremost. You telling my story to anybody else, that's my story to tell, number one. Number two, you want to talk all this Christian stuff that you want to say all the time, but you get on these lives and you repeatedly cuss and call people names and things out of their name. That's not very Christian of you, TJ. You want to be a Christian, act like a Christian. You got on and made a great big huge live and called him a B word, called him all kinds of things recently.
Who?
Did you not?
Who are you talking about?
When he did his, talking about when he did it for Upchurch.
Yeah, over up church. None of that was very Christian there, TJ. And secondly, that's my story to tell, not yours.
Real quick. Since you're talking about Chris, what
You
is?
started the Christian thing a minute ago. You said
Okay.
that's not Christian of me to feel the way I do towards you. First of all, it's not very Christian of you to be doing the things you're doing and claiming you're a Christian.
Quoting you. My question to you would be, what is Christian like? Because just because I cuss, like, you can be a Christian and not be perfect, right? You can.
How about calling
Everybody
people
sins.
outside of their names? How about re-traumatizing me by you telling my story that's not your story to tell?
Did I tell your story, Ken, or did I say what you said to me?
Yeah, that's more or less what he did, Ken. I'm being honest with you, bro.
I
He
didn't
was
tell
just
your story,
relaying.
Bubba. Like, I don't know what you're saying here because I've not told anybody's story. I don't know
How about
what
the fact
happened
you
in your story.
re-traumatizing me just now talking about when my daughter got killed? How about you re-traumatizing me? Does that matter?
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry,
Obviously
but
not, because you're a Christian, right?
did it re-traumatize you when you said that to me in April and everybody else on the chat? Like, you said that,
That's
not
what I
Yeah,
was
me.
about to ask.
absolutely. It did, just like
I'm
it did just now.
I'm just
Anytime I
So you
talk
repeating
didn't.
about
what
it,
you
it
said.
re-traumatizes
If you
me.
if you don't want someone repeating what you said, then don't say it, Bubba. Like, it's that
That's it.
simple.
So does
I
that?
know.
Did you say that, Ken? Like, is that what you said your problem was with April? Like, I don't know that. I know what you told me. I
That
know
was
what TJ.
part of
I
my
just haven't said
problem.
anything.
Number one, just like he said earlier, he puts himself in things that he should never put himself into.
But
He plainly stated that earlier on your podcast. Okay,
I know he
he
did.
had
But
no
let me.
business being in and having that chat in the first place. He brought himself into a business that had nothing to do with him whatsoever. Nothing. But
Well,
he
you say
decided
that,
that it was
Ken,
upon
but
himself to bring it in
you say
himself
that
into a business.
that's your personal opinion. But when a friend of mine comes to me and asks me to say something, have you
Just
not
because
ever
you're
spoke
trying
up
to
for
date
your
her doesn't
friends
make
when
you
they
a
ask you
friend.
to?
How about your
She
wife
is.
that's sitting at home instead?
What about her? She's right here. You want to talk to her?
No,
My
I'm
wife
good.
knows everything I say and do. What's your point?
How about the fact you're trying to date April?
I'm trying to date April. That'd be kind of hard to do, being she lives in Georgia and I live all the way in Tennessee, buddy.
Seems y'all spending an awful lot of time together.
Why? Because we were all at the same place hanging out as family. Yeah, she knows. Michelle knows April very well. My daughter and her daughter hung out. She knows it. She knows everything about April. What's your point?
My
Like,
whole
don't
point
do
is
that,
Doesn't matter.
Ken.
you
That's
didn't have
really petty,
anything
bro.
in that business, and you had
That's
no
kind of
business being
childish,
in that
Bubba.
business.
That that's kind of childish because have you not ever spoken up for your friends if they asked you to? What kind of friend are you
Depends on
not
who they are.
to stand up for your
Matter of
friends?
fact, I spoke up for you multiple times, but I'll never do that again.
Well, that's fine. I don't need you to. I've never asked you to. That's the difference. April actually asked me to speak up for her because she didn't know how to get the point across without upsetting you and you attacking her verbally. But,
Okay.
I've
Funny she ain't there now.
never asked you to speak up
Even
for
after I left, she still ain't there now. They got rid of her.
me. She wasn't going to be there anyway because she didn't like what was happening.
Yeah, I even talked to her about that one.
So, I mean, that's neither here nor there. See, you think because you get on here just like that shit you just tried to pull. My wife knows me very well. We've been together 20 years. I can go to shows, I can go to the bar shooting pool tournaments, and my wife knows I'm not out to cheat on her. I'm very faithful and I'm very loyal, and she knows that.
Then why doesn't your Facebook profile say married instead of single?
Why does it
Because
bother you so much?
it's nobody's business who I'm with. I keep my
Oh,
family.
exactly. And it's nobody's business. My story is nobody's business either. But you decided to get on here
But
and
you
make
That's
something
told
not what
it.
he
public
did, Bob.
about something
But
that
you
happened.
told it. You told it.
He
I didn't get on here.
repeated what was told. What you said to him. That's not telling your story.
You got
That's
on
not,
here with
Bob.
animosity, Ken.
I'm not
Nobody else
trying.
did.
Yeah,
And I
You
got a
got on
real good
here.
reason to after you're out here broadcasting my story and it's not your
that's
story
I
to
not.
didn't
tell.
That's
broadcast
not
That's
your
the most
story.
your
disrespectful thing
story,
you could do
man.
to anybody.
Your
Thanks for
story,
How do we
re-traumatizing
make
me.
a
story,
compromise?
your
Gentlemen,
story is
where
that
do
you
we go
don't
from
like
here?
women because a woman killed
your child? Like, is that your story?
No, my story is my daughter got killed. Now you just re-traumatized me again and having to remember that again. You brought that up. Nobody but you.
Well,
This was
then I
not an
guess
open.
you
This
shouldn't.
is
I
not
guess
an
you
open
shouldn't have.
discussion about my life or my
I
child's
guess
life.
you shouldn't have put your
That's my
animosity
child.
towards me on. Hold on, Bubba. I guess you shouldn't have put your
I'm not
animosity
your
towards
brother.
me on Front Street and expect me not to respond about it and explain the situation. That you brought that on yourself.
I mean, we
Nobody
weren't
asked you to
even.
get on here and make comments
Yeah.
about me on a live feed,
I
did
didn't
they?
even mention your name. Not one time. I said him.
No, you referred to
Chaotic's
me,
down
and
there. I
we
could
all
have been
knew who
talking
you were
about him.
talking about. We all knew who you were talking about. You made it clear who you were talking about because I was the only him on the panel at the time. So, I mean, let's not play apples and oranges, Bubba. You're sitting there putting your foot in your mouth right now. Like, I'm not
And
gonna
so
sit
do
here and
you with
play
your
these
Christian
games,
crap
buddy.
that you want to claim that you are.
I am very much a Christian. I very much believe in God. I very much worship God and pray to God, and I very much believe in Him, and that makes me a
Well, I tell
Christian.
you what,
Absolutely.
if that's the case, then you need to go look and see about calling people out of their name
Hmm.
and the hatred that you spread.
And I'll continue to do it if it's warranted, and I'll go and hit my knees at night before I go to bed and pray to my Jesus who has forgiven me of my sins. So what's your point? What's your point? Don't talk religion to me. Don't do that, bro,
It only
because you get on there every day talking about
that only works if you
you're
change
going
what
to
you do whenever you
you're
go and
going
you
to
pray
Christian
about it.
rap. You're going to
That only
Christian
changes
rap
it.
because you're a Christian and all that. And what you're doing, like, anybody can say that's not Christian, like, bro. Anybody can say that about anybody because nobody's perfect.
Hey
You
Ken, I have
don't
a
hurt me.
question for you.
You don't hurt me by saying that, oh, you're supposed to be Christian. You're right. I'm supposed to be Christian, and I am convicted in my ways, and I do repent for my sins, and I do go to church on Sundays and get right with the Lord for things that I do wrong. That is my prerogative.
And if you
You
don't
aren't
change
nobody
those
to call
things,
me out for that.
then you're just fake. If okay,
No,
you
that
say
don't
you hit
make
your
you
knees
fake.
every night.
That don't make you fake. That makes you human, Ken. Read
Okay.
it. Read the Bibles, sir. It'll tell you. It'll tell you. Like right now, you're stressing yourself out and you're crashing the fuck out for nothing, dog. Like you're getting
Now,
so
and
upset
Ken,
on
you
that
know me.
internet.
I wouldn't allow him to sit there and talk about your daughter's story like that. He said what you said, which I want to know. So you even said it. You did say that. That's
Yeah, he
kind of
said that.
wrong. But that's kind of, if you held animosity towards April because she looked like that lady,
That's
that's not her
exactly
fault. She
what
looks
he
like that
said his
lady, bro.
problem with
Not
her
only
was.
that, but her attitude and the way that she interacts with others.
See, you
She
Not
was
only
always
that,
combative. Yes, I did. I tried to, but you were all the time continuously bashing me during that whole conversation.
Oh, you're talking to me right now,
nobody
not
was
TJ.
bashing
No,
me.
no. So you're justifying that you had animosity towards April because of how she looked and how she acted. She's not the same person, though.
Her
Right.
attitude was exactly the same.
And that's all we
And
were
then
That's
I
like
have,
saying.
me
and then
holding
I have
an
Mr.
attitude towards every older white dude that made me
I'm
feel
so
weird because
perfect
I'm
and
light
I'm so
skinned.
right all the time
Brother,
in
look,
my
I've got
ear
All right,
the
all right.
entire time.
What? Here's this is the people. The reason why I have such a big issue with Christianity as a religion is because of people like that. Ken. Like you want to sit like this man. I know you've been watching us. Have we had any kind of issues up until like right now where we are?
not at all.
Conversation got
Not
a
at
little
all.
bit. Like we were talking about how life. You know how that is. Now, if he would have said something about your story out the way, I would have stepped his. TJ knows. I would have stood it right there, like, "Hey, yo, we're not doing that." Which I said
That's
that
not for
before
me
I
to
even
talk
did that.
about, but I can
Yeah,
say
it's
But
not
you
what
his
did.
story.
said to me.
But he's explained. He said you justified your reasoning towards how you were towards April is because how she
Yeah,
looked
but
like
I'm not telling
That
your
wasn't
story.
the
I'm just
only reason.
explaining.
That
I'm
was
just
not the only
repeating
reason.
what you said
Again,
to
nobody
me.
ever lets me speak. That was not the only reason.
Okay, then what was it? But that's still part of the reason. You can't hold that against somebody. That's not okay. So
That
what was
might
the
not
other
be the
reason then?
only reason, but that in itself being part of the reason
Yeah,
is
that's
Oh,
inappropriate.
so that's where I'm not perfect either. Ain't that right, TJ? That's where I'm not
Nobody
the
said
perfect Christian too, huh?
nobody
you're the
attacked
only
you for
one
that.
But I
yeah,
don't get
my
on.
attitude.
But I don't get
told
on
you
no
that.
lives calling people out by other names, calling them a B, calling them all this other stuff. I don't do
So
that kind of stuff.
This ain't about me and other people, Ken. This is about me and you. Stay focused.
Yeah,
Stay on point.
and let me go ahead and speak for somebody that had to deal with the Creek Squad bullshit. Have you actually had to deal with them motherfuckers, TJ? Ken? I'm gonna call them like that because they're not people. They are motherfuckers. They are horrible human beings. Have you had to deal with them?
And Bubba, you don't know what you're talking about
Them
why I
dudes
called anybody out
not
their name.
Like that person
When
was
people
straight up monetize his
when people are
podcast in front of
calling and
people.
giving death threats to my wife and everything else, yes, I'm gonna speak them out of their name.
It was bad.
Absolutely.
It was not okay.
I'll
Like,
do
he
that to
literally
you
had
if you call my
people-
wife and give her a death threat.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. All because Ryan said so. That's how stupid this was. Like, I was right there with them. Like, oh no, shut the fuck. Like,
you have no idea what you're talking about in
bad.
that aspect, and for
It's
you to sit
bad.
there and talk about that just shows your level of immaturity, man.
It was bad.
My level of immaturity is you're getting on a live calling other people outside of their name. You couldn't have done it without saying those words. You couldn't have got your point across without calling people outside of their name.
Yeah, I could have. Did I want to? No.
His wife.
Yeah, I could have, but did I want to? Nope. And what's anybody going to do to me about it? Not a damn thing.
Like, so let me get this right, Ken. So if Ryan did the same thing to me and you caught it, would you not sit there and get hostile about it?
No, he wouldn't. Because that wouldn't make him
bad for me. I know TJ would. I know Sonny would. Like, I know you would. You would get.
Do you know how much? Do you have any earthly idea how much I cannot stand him? Do you have any earthly idea how much of the same things I want to do to him? But you know that I'm not going to do that.
All you got to do is meet up with me anywhere. I'll give you your opportunity.
This is his Christian mentality right there.
Hold up. So hold on. Are you talking about Ryan or are you talking about TJ right now?
Right there's his Christian mentality right there.
We're talking about Ryan. I'm not talking about TJ. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about trying to get you to understand.
My Christian mentality has nothing to do with me telling you if you want an opportunity. You're sitting there expressing your hatred for me, Bubba. You ain't got to do that online. You can have your opportunity.
You didn't have to do it towards me online either.
He didn't.
I didn't. I haven't had no animosity towards you,
man. I'm trying to get it to understand, to get you to understand, because I know what he's talking about when it comes to dealing with that side. It is not fun.
This is what this has turned into, me being the voice of reason. I was nothing but respectful to you, Ken, when I talked to you about April and told you to back off. I didn't call you out of your name. That is very true. And I put that on my little brother's life. I put that on my sister's life.
I'll put it on my dead daughter's life. I'll put it on my dead daughter's grave that you were not respectful. That you did not talk to me with respect. You continued to bash me over and over and over again. You continued to call me out. What?
I've never called you out of your name, Ken. Absolutely not. Till this day, even sitting here on this panel with you right now, you've done called me a non-Christian and all this, and you've called me all these different things. I've still not called you out of your name, Bubba.
My name ain't Bubba. My name ain't Bubba.
Oh my God!
You're not your brother.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Here we go.
My name ain't Bubba, and I'm for sure not your brother.
So
I'm going to ask you.
You might be careful with your next words you speak, talking about you're not my brother. And your name's not Bubba.
Yeah, I don't get it because
you might want to be careful with your next fucking words you choose, there, partner.
Why is that? How are you? How am I Bubba, and how am I your brother? Explain to me.
Number one, my brother's name is Bubba, and he has cerebral palsy. So being called
why are you
Bubba,
calling me your brother's name?
I call everybody Bubba. I'm like Jelly Roll. I call everybody Bubba.
He does.
So do you, Ken.
It's a term. It's a term of respect. It's actually a term of respect. Ask anybody. When you call someone Bubba, it's being respectful. It's not calling them names. It's actually a term of respect. So, kill all that you talking about. You call me Bubba. That ain't my name. That's you being petty, dog. Like, you really need to come to grips with yourself. And I hope you find that peace in your heart, because I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't even have to say anything right now, Jay. Listen to what he's saying, bro.
I am. That's what, because I understand what it's like to have to deal with Creek Squad. Like, They've made me come. TJ, you see me. You have to call me back when I came out
I
of
don't
character.
even care for the dude. I don't even like the dude. I know he's on drugs. I know he's quacked out.
But
he ain't got it right in the head. But that's beside the point.
What
I don't even
was
like the
going-
group. I don't even listen to none of that secular music anymore. Number one, so I really don't care in the first place.
Okay, listen. You understand? Are you listening to me? What happened is he had his fan base come after Michelle. That has nothing to do with any of this shit. Not TJ directly. He came after his wife.
Okay, so why'd he get on live and not go handle it himself?
Do what?
Why did you get on a
What?
live
Say
and
that
not just
again?
go handle it yourself?
Well, because I'm not Jay and Silent Bob, and I'm not going to get everybody's IP addresses and travel around the country and wait for them to
I mean,
answer
that's
door,
not how
punch
it
them in
works
their
anymore,
nose.
dude.
I know that you know
How many
exactly
times
where
What do
he
you
lives.
mean? Like we
I know
had
that you
over
know
100
exactly
and
where
something.
he lives.
We had over 200 messages come through our inboxes from people with fake names. What am I supposed to do? Hunt them down?
Well, he's the one that caused it, right? That's what you said. He's the one that caused this to happen. Why didn't you
So
go
what's
handle
he
it?
supposed to
No,
do?
but
Go beat him up, make him a martyr,
he got
and prove
he
everybody
got
right?
on the internet. He got on the internet and spoke, and he misspoke, and he put Michelle's name in some shit that she had nothing to do with, and started having all these people calling her, threatening her, and calling her out of her name, and disrespecting her, and saying some really nasty stuff. So yes, I had to address it publicly so I could get everybody's attention, so they would quit talking to her the way they were. She's
And
not
here's to
harmed
make
a
it even
soul.
worse, Jay.
Me and her are the ones who helped him build his fan base at times. We gave him his first show in Alabama. We were booking him when hardly nobody existed in booking him. Like, come on, man. You don't help someone like that, and you're a stepping stone in their career and the success that he's had, to be disrespected the way he disrespected her. She don't get online and talk shit to people. She goes to work every day and comes home with her kids and watches Grey's Anatomy. She's not on here saying anything about anyone. So for anybody to call and threaten her or tell her to clean her asshole with more hot dogs, like and threaten her with RICO charges and shit, RICO investigations. Like, these are some of the things that we were dealing with, and it was harassing. It was very harassing, and it was damaging her name and what she's done in this business.
Okay. And if it was me or my wife, I wouldn't have been on live. I'd have been going to see him because I know that you know exactly where
No,
he
you
lives.
wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. And I can tell you, no, you wouldn't have, because half of these names are fake on the internet. You don't know where they live. You don't even know where they're from. So how are you going to go
You
see
know
them?
where Ryan
Trust and
Upchurch
believe.
lives. You know
Trust
where
and
Ryan
believe.
Upchurch lives, right?
Trust and believe, Ken. Something you don't know about me, and you can ask any big artist out here that knows TJ Holmes. If I see you face to face, if I say I'm going to do something, you can take it to the bank, bro.
You know where Ryan
believe.
Upchurch lives. Do you know
No,
where
I
Ryan
don't.
Upchurch lives?
No, I do not know where he lives. Never been to his place.
Ryan was doing it directly. Let me tell you this again. He was weaponizing his fan base, saying, "Hey, look at this person using my name to get this. Go after them." So what is Ryan going?
And I'm not going to go to his ranch where I know it's heavily guarded with security guards. I'm not. I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. There's a difference, right? You ever heard that saying? I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. Well, yeah, I'm damn well crazy, but no, I'm not stupid by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not stupid. So, I mean, if I have something to say to Ryan, if I ever see him face to face, then that will be said. However, I am addressing, when I go online, I'm addressing his fan base. Absolutely addressing his fan base and the people who were threatening in the inbox and leaving defamating comments and shit. Absolutely. But trust and believe, you know who Ray Gotti is. Ask Ray Gotti about me. Ask him how many people's jaws he's seen me break in person. He'll tell you. I'm not one of these internet characters, bro. Like, I really live this life. Now, I just had a heart attack this weekend.
And I'm sitting here talking about this nonsense with you. I don't need to be,
Happen.
but I am
Like none of
because
this
it
needed to happen
needed to be
at all.
said.
None of this needed to happen at all. Like it's so stupid.
But if you
Like,
want that energy from me, Bubba, and you want to talk about what you want to do to me, you don't have to say it online. I don't care if I
never
have
once
heart
said I
surgery
wanted to
tomorrow.
do anything to you. I said I don't want
Actually,
any
you really did.
interaction with you, is what I said.
No, you actually just sat here, and I think Summer, you heard it too, because you tried to say time out when he started saying that, right?
yeah, we both
He's
tried
like,
to.
you don't know what I want to do to this guy. Like, come
I did
on,
not
bro.
say
You
that.
ain't got to express that on the internet. You can always pull up and show up, and I'll give you your opportunity. It's not going to turn out how you think it's going to turn out, though. I can promise you. And I say that very confidently.
What I said was, you don't know how I feel about this guy. Rewind it.
I'm sure they will.
And that's what we were trying to talk about. Are you talking about Ryan? Are you talking about TJ? Like I don't understand because
He's talking about me.
Are you talking about TJ? Or Ryan?
Yes, when I said you don't know how I feel about this guy, that I do not want any interaction with him,
That's
and
not
I
what
rest
you
my
said,
case.
Bubba.
Okay.
Yes,
so
it
you couldn't
was.
come up here. Let me just as a friend to me and as a part of the Savvy, you couldn't have come up here and had a good ass night with the conversation we had because you just had neck surgery and look at your life that turned around in over a year. Like you could have been a part of the conversation too, but we had to go take it here. For what?
Well, I apologize to you and
I
to
want to
Sonny.
know what.
No,
Let
like, dude,
Sonny
this
talk,
is
Jay. Sonny was been wanting to
Sonny,
say something for a minute.
Go ahead, Sonny. You're
Oh, well, it goes back to the whole Christian thing. I have a question. You both consider yourselves Christian? Is that what you guys are doing? Arguing who is more Christian than the
we got
other?
two pagan
No,
and Wiccan up here being the most common voices of reason.
Ken,
not at all.
you consider yourself Christian?
Yes,
Do you
very
claim
much
to be
so.
Christian?
Do I forgive him for
Okay.
what he did? Absolutely. Will I
That's
ever
not my
forget it?
question.
Absolutely not.
No. Oh, right. But that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking if you're a Christian, do you think that was the right approach to talk to somebody that's doing something
Was it the
wrong?
right approach for him to tell my story without me being present?
Does that part matter
chose
though?
to
Because
not
as
be
a
present
Christian,
because
you want to approach to the person who's struggling and show them unconditional love, right?
before you even said something before I know TJ
I
saw
wasn't
it, he
given
didn't
that
say anything.
opportunity. Why should I give it to him?
You said something before TJ even said something about it. So you said it two more times. So that's when he finally just said, I'm gonna go ahead and speak on it. And he spoke on it. You didn't have to say, I'm not gonna go up here because he's up there. You didn't have to say that.
That's a
You could just
fact.
say, hey, yo, I'm showing love.
I didn't even say something the first time, nor the
No.
second time. It was the third time he said something. I went in and addressed it.
I only
And I
said something
remember you
twice, so
saying
that's
in the
another lie.
beginning of the show, you had accountability in the beginning of the show, admitting everything you did that was wrong. And I'm pretty sure you own that. Did you not? Like earlier? Am I wrong?
Do what?
You had a heart attack. You were like differently now, and you admitted to like being like that, right? And saying things.
Yeah, I said I'm as
Taking
guilty as
accountability.
anybody else.
All right.
Yeah.
One.
I'm as guilty as
It's one.
anybody else. Sure did, and I am. But it's
Yeah.
hard to make it right when the person,
2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to make it? I'll tell you what, TJ. You want to make this right? I'll make it right with you right now. I apologize for what I said in the comments. I forgive you for the way that you treated me in that conversation that we had with the other people before. Okay? Now, if you're not willing to give me the apology and tell me that you will never speak on my story on my behalf ever again, then there's no point in having a conversation with you anymore.
So he only gets forgiveness if he meets your terms. Is that what you're saying?
It is not his story to tell. That traumatizes me when he tells it. That is not fair.
I
It is not right. And if he's not
empathize.
willing to not do it ever again, I want nothing ever to do with him again. I must protect my
Okay,
peace and my mind. And if this is the type of
fair
person
enough.
that he wants to be to re-traumatize me, then I have to distance myself from him. So he can either do that and we can move forward, or he cannot do that and we can never speak again. That way that never happens again.
So you're hurt. I hear what you're saying, and it really bothered you. And I lost my sister. I don't care what the story is, even if I'm wrong, but you bring up my sister.
It's my 6-month-old
So
child that he's speaking on, and
I
her death.
empathize, but let's go back to the forgiveness part. And I think we should just own up to being jerks, right? This is a spiritual warfare. There's obviously like some negative bullshit going on right now. You need to take a step back, take a deep breath, let that shit go, get over it. Hurt first, be pissed off, that's fine. Get it out of your fucking system. And then realize, you know what?
And
This would be a
speaking
lot
as far
better
as
if we were working together rather than against each other, right? And
yeah,
just realize that that's what's important here. We need to work together. Okay.
I
I
will
think
say
you
that.
two grown men come up with a compromise and move on from here in a better way.
I will say this, and I have nothing to forgive you for. I have no animosity towards you. Still to this day, I don't. And I will say, I'm sorry that you misconceived anything that I've said to you in the past, because it wasn't an ill intent. It was me trying to guide you to help bridge a gap that there obviously was between you and someone who asked me to intervene. Okay, I will say I'm sorry if I came across ill intended. I will say my
Yes.
intentions were not to speak on your child. When I said what I said, I was simply explaining why and what conversation took place and what you said to me. I was just repeating. I wasn't saying it to tell your story. If that's the story, that was a short story, bro. And I'm sorry that that's the way you took it. I wasn't trying to tell your story about your child, and there was no disrespect intended. It was me just basically saying the situation for what it was and what had happened.
Okay.
I
And
will say,
but you do know it traumatizes me for you to speak about it, right?
I do now. I do now. And if that traumatizes you, I will not do it no more. But I will say this in reference to that. If that traumatizes you and you don't want anybody speaking on it, then I would suggest that you not tell people in a heated argument that that's the reason you don't like someone, because that's going to be a topic of conversation when someone wants to know why you have animosity towards someone.
because and this is reasons
Because
why,
that's part
because
of my story. If I'm
until
telling my story on why you don't like me, that is part of that story, because that is what
There's
happened.
two sides.
yeah, and Ken, when you talked to me that night about the situation, you didn't mention that's part of the reason why you had an issue with April. I would have liked to have known that. That way I can have more clarity on the
You know,
situation. Because I would have told you like that's not okay to have animosity towards it. Maybe we can work past it or do something different with it, because it's not fair to hate somebody that looks like somebody that caused you pain. I know that very well. Like that's why I have issues with dudes, and because of all the men in my life have done fucked up shit to me. But if I held that on me, I wouldn't be close with you. I wouldn't be close to TJ. I wouldn't have raised in my life. I wouldn't have chaotic in my life. I would hold all that hate for what? There's no reason
but
to hold on to
you have some things going on in your life as a person with your feelings and your mind that you need to deal with personally if you're going to be out here working with people, because if that elicits that type of response from you, you have a lot of pent up anger and hurt that you need to deal with before you deal with people in the public like that. Because there's going to be people that aren't as kind as I am and aren't as thoughtful of other people's feelings that will take that and run with it and have you having a brain aneurysm before it's over with, bro. Like, real talk, that's something that someone who doesn't like you would absolutely use for firepower to get at you. And I don't want to see that happen. I would love to see you get some type of counseling or something to learn to deal with what traumatizes you. Just like
Yes.
I do. I go to, and there's nothing shameful about that. I go to a psychiatrist all the time for my post-traumatic stress disorder and everything that I've got going
You
on in my
honestly
life.
think that's not what I have?
Well, and if that's the case, then you should deal with that, or at least learn how to
Do
deal with
you
it if
think
it
I
comes up
don't
in
go see someone
Let
every
me
week?
then find something that helps you deal with that instead of having your outburst because someone repeated a conversation that wasn't a private conversation because there was multiple people in that conversation. If that's
That
something you
you
don't want
brought in.
somebody to know, then you shouldn't have brought that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to sit there and tell my deepest, darkest secrets in a group chat if I don't expect someone to repeat what I said.
Funny thing is,
Especially
all the
when it
rest of the
comes,
people inside the
especially,
chat knew about it, but you, and you're the only one repeating it.
well, because I'm the one that you're coming at with animosity, bro. If you go at somebody with animosity and somebody wants to
The
know
reason
what the
being is this
animosity is,
exactly right here, because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk about it. It causes me flashbacks. Do you understand that
I
part? Do you
understand.
realize that I will not
Yes.
sleep
I'm
tonight
I,
moving
because of
I
this?
do understand that, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. And I really am. Man to man, I'm sorry for that, bro. I don't know how else to put it to you. Like, I don't.
and like I said, and if he wouldn't have mentioned 3 times
But
not wanting to have a
if I
conversation with
said
him, he
something
would
to
have let it. He
you
wouldn't
and
let
I
it
got
slide.
mad at you and I did something and I had animosity towards you and I got on here talking about you and how I don't like you in the chat and somebody asked you what's going on and you said, well, he said this, I couldn't be mad at you for that because that is what happened. For you to get mad at me because someone said, what is the animosity about? And I say, well, this is the story. For you to get mad at me for that, like, what, you want me to lie? I don't know what else
Especially
I'm
being on
supposed
this
to
panel, we
say.
don't do that. We don't lie on this panel. You
What
know
else am I
this.
supposed to say, Ken? Like, what would you have wanted me to say that would have
How
came
many times
across
are you going to
better?
keep going over and over and over this? I heard you the first
He's
time.
not.
You are again re-traumatizing me.
He's not.
Why
He's
can't
not.
you move
He's not.
past
But
this?
I'm not because I haven't said anything.
Yes,
I'm
he is.
asking you, what
He's
do you want
not.
me to say to make it better?
Yeah, he's asking you how to fix this. Besides, what your ultimatum
Like,
was.
what are you
This is how it
doing,
will make it
dude?
better. This is how it will make it
Ken,
better.
he's not attacking you. He's not attacking you. He's trying to. He's not. I
Uh,
don't think
trying to
he's.
understand.
What he's trying to say. He's trying to make peace with you, and you're completely perceiving it wrong. This is. We're not. This isn't an
He
attack.
jumped on.
This is
Yeah, he
like
jumped.
a.
Which proves my point, Ken, that when I talked to you to begin with, I was talking to you the same way and trying to say things in a polite manner, and you just misperceived everything and heard what you wanted to
Um.
hear.
I don't. This kind of drama, though. No offense, guys, is not allowed when Jay and I are doing the paranormal
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
You'll be out.
TJ knows.
You'll be
That's
bounced.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
It's. I
Yeah,
can't.
TJ, salute to you for at least because speaking from somebody that knows both sides of this shit, I didn't know that was really what he said. Because he told me that night when he called me and let me know what was going on that there was a whole other situation. He didn't mention what he said about her, which my next question to him was, is it April's fault that she looks like that, or she came from a relationship where she started acting free? I have a single mom. I know what the hell. So I understand, but it's not April's fault that she. Yeah, that's not her fault. That was all I was gonna say, and that's. I
And
didn't get your.
everybody's
But
response to that
yeah,
when he said that was, well, if working with someone like that makes you feel like that, maybe you're in the wrong
no,
lane. Maybe
no.
you're in the wrong business. Like maybe you shouldn't be on the team, much less managing a team, if that's how you feel about people, because that's not fair to anybody else. That had nothing to do with your situation. And
Yeah,
then that's
no.
all. That's all that was said. And when we got off to continue without the,
Mm.
the stuff, when we got off, it was all agreed that everything. Nobody was mad at nobody. It wasn't going to be talked about again. And the next thing I knew, he was going. He was making posts, and he was in another chat just talking mad shit about me
I know.
and just attacking me in the chat. And it was like, wow. Like I thought we were good. I thought he
Mm.
understood. We had an understanding, and the chat had ended fine. There was no animosity. The animosity came from nobody but him. He's
And
creating the
he just text. He
animosity.
just messaged me and says, "See ya. Thanks for the memories. Good memories." Yeah. You know what? I didn't do shit. That right there just kind of proves what you were just talking about, TJ. Like,
I mean, that's what happened in that chat. He went back and said, "Oh, see y'all. Thanks for the memories. I'm going to Christian rap and this sob and just calling me names and stuff." And it was like, where did that come from? I didn't say any, and everybody on there was, I don't even talk to them anymore, but they'll tell you I didn't say anything wrong or out of the way.
you didn't tonight. Neither didn't. No, that's so I don't. That's yeah. Like Sonny said, we're TJ. So whenever we get that community up, you are more than welcome to be a part of it because I know your expertise in the field. As long as your
Oh
health
yeah.
is okay, and Michelle, yeah, because I would love to have other people that I know are legit paranormal investigators talking about this, not people that want to be ghost hunters because I don't know. I won't know. No offense to them. Like if you're excited about it, cool. But it's different conversation to have people that actually been there and done the hunts and other things.
Oh man,
So
I
that's
love the haunts, man.
I know you do.
I
I know
love
you do.
doing that. Me and my son both do.
But I am going to end it. Only reason why I kept going is because I was hoping we could come to some kind of resolution during all that, and we did not
Yeah, I'm
because of
sorry about that.
nah, you're good. You let it
You're
go.
good.
You let it go 3 times. I did too. So did Sonny. I know we all three saw it. I'm like, dude, please stop. Please stop. Just please
I
stop.
really wasn't
And
interested in talking about it, but I mean, he kept on.
yeah, I know. But mm. Y'all, we're gonna end it tonight with Nasty Ink's memory. See, I'm all kinds of fucking. I'm annoyed right now. I didn't
Uh-huh.
know that
You're
it
all
was because
fired
that
up.
needed.
I
Well,
feel
it
it.
was a good episode. That how everything went tonight. It was awesome. We got to talk about life. It was an actual straight savvy episode, and I don't understand. So
So
I
this
don't.
was a test. How do we deal with it
We did
moving
really good.
forward?
Yeah, we did really
Yeah.
good with it. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
That was a whole almost 2 hours of fucking straight conversation. So,
Yeah.
It
but
was good.
y'all, it was good. But y'all, I might see y'all Thursday. I might see y'all next Monday. I'll let everybody know. Everybody that
Well,
jumped
Yeah,
up
thank
on
keep
you
here.
us
for having me
posted.
up. I know I haven't been up on your panel in a while, but thank you for
You're
inviting me.
good. This is my
Yes,
first
thank
back. This is
you.
my first back in 2 months. So my daughter just got back. Went back to her mom's because summer breaks over. She's back in school. So I'll be back to getting savvy with it again. It's just I enjoy my family time more than I
I will
do.
say that
You're
was
here.
about. I don't think I've ever heard someone blatantly tell a lie because they thought they were going to get me caught up in some shit stuff like that. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
yeah.
That was
I
so
would,
crazy.
and then to throw in the Christian thing with it, and I'm like, man, please don't,
I
please
was just say
don't,
that I'm
because you're about
trying
to
to
get on my
date
nerves with it.
somebody and all that. It's like,
And I love Ken to death. Like I still have all love for him. I have no animosity towards him. I know you don't either. It's just you were explaining to me why is he saying this because you don't need to say it publicly. If you don't fuck with somebody, cool. Just like I did with that douchebag girl that came with that fake channel. Removed. That's it. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy being a dad. Appreciate
Good
everybody,
night,
TJ.
Jan.
Much love to you. Hope
Good
everything
night,
goes out
guys.
with it. I will
Much
check
love
up
to
on you
y'all,
later on
man.
this week. Sonny, appreciate seeing you on here, being your
Yep.
normal self. And
Of
everybody else,
course.
remember, if you're gonna do anything,
Anytime.
do it straight savvy. If nobody believes in you, I sure as fuck do.
Old
And for
Glory,
those of you that are
hey,
gonna
Old
stay and watch
Glory,
the end of the
Old
video,
Glory's got me rolling over here with this comment.
yeah.
Bye,
I
guys.
caught I
European.
caught the end and thought y'all handled it great, and still don't have a clue what was going on.
Yeah, nah,
All right.
I don't
What's
think
going
none
on?
of us do. That's the weird part. Like, I don't think any of us really understand what the fuck just happened with
Yeah,
this fool.
no, I'm
I guess
still
he's
trying
not
to
a part of
figure
Straight
it
Savvy no more because I didn't kick him out.
out. You know,
Oh,
things,
crap! My
things
first
happen.
night back in 2 months. All right, y'all. Much love, everybody. Peace. I'll see
All
y'all
right,
next
buddy.
time.
Well.
Everything is dark around me. I'm lost in the deep end, trying hard to swim, but I sink. Nowadays the shadows follow and I cannot get away from the hate, away from the pain, and everything in between. So I drink. I don't understand why they tossing me roses. The last thing I remember was calling your phone. Then I woke up in the pool of darkness. I've been talking to spirits, I wanna come home. Where were you when I needed you? Why did you have to let go? I'm sorry if I mistreated you. It made you feel so low. I'm dark and I'm cold, I'm terrified. This place ain't give me no peace of mind. Didn't even get to look in your eyes and say goodbye for a while. Ended it all. This place isn't home. Now I'm all alone. And what about myself in the darkness? And why did you let me pull it? Told me go ahead, do it. Acted like we were just bullshit. All along you were consuming my soul like you were Shang Tsung. And I don't know where you came from. Don't know where you came from. But I'm done, said I'm done. The darkness, it ate me alive. And I let it all take control. You all watched the bitch eat me alive. When I cried, you locked all your doors. I called for help, you ignored it. 2 a.m. in the morning, you silenced your phone. So how does it feel now I'm not coming home? Send me over black roses, coins for the ride. It's so hard to stay alive when you dead inside. All that I wanted was some peace of mind, but this place ain't home, there's no peace inside. I said all that I wanted was some peace of mind, but this place ain't home, there's no peace inside. Cause everything is dark around me. I'm lost in the deep end, trying hard to swim, but I sink. And nowadays the shadows follow and I cannot get away.